this afternoon from Athens, Georgia. SEC East encounter the Volunteers of Tennessee against the Bulldogs of Georgia. Red and black, the predominant colors here, worn by quarterback Aaron Murray as well as All-American linebacker Jarvis Jones. While inside, we expect a full house, and if we do get one, that'll mean some dressed more crazily than others as they welcome the Tennessee Volunteers to Sanford Stadium. Good afternoon, everybody. Vern Lundquist along with Gary Danielson. Welcome to Athens, our first visit here. A quick recap of the last couple of years for the Bulldogs. 2 years ago, major speed bump losing record. Last year, they won 10 in a row at one time to get to the SEC title game. This year, 4-0. So, Gary, where would you place them among the elite teams in the SEC?
Well, Vern, I'd have to put them right up there at the top, and I'll tell you why. I don't know in college football, as the year's gone on right now, if there's a lot of teams that really believe they can beat Alabama or LSU. I know those two teams think they can beat each other, but I'm telling you, Georgia believes they can, and they have the talent to do it. Now, the trick is the SEC is a little tougher. Tennessee is one of those teams, so they got to get there to prove it.
Well, they have in Jarvis Jones, one of the great linebackers in the country, and they get some good news today. 2 other starters return from 4-game suspensions.
They've been solid without the suspension players right here in Rambo and Ogletree, but with both of them back, what it does is give them a safety that's going to keep Georgia from giving up the big plays, and Ogletree's a sideline-to-sideline linebacker, but just as important, it allows their emergency defensive back, Malcolm Mitchell, who I think Georgia's going to eventually need to beat the top teams in this league to move back to offense. I think is more natural position. Georgia's happy to have those suspended guys back.
Now, this is the 7th year that we've seen this league together. And I think it's fair to say that not always have they had the greatest quarterbacks, but this year it seems to me the depth is pretty solid.
There have been a lot at the top, Tebow, Cam Newton, but I think you're right. Depth is the difference this year, and this game gives you a perfect example. In Tyler Bray and Aaron Murray, what you have is 2 guys that their team is counting on to help win the game. Now, before, teams wanted to hide their guys, but Tennessee can't do that. They're going to need an A game from Bray to win. Murray's got a few more parts. Probably only need a B or B+ game for Aaron Murray to win.
Well, Tennessee's going to have to help defensively, and they do have someone about whom you may not have heard, but he's a dandy. His name is A.J. Johnson.
Everybody that talks SEC, they always think of Alabama and LSU and a little bit of Georgia for defense. Do not forget about Tennessee's linebacker, A.J. Johnson. He'll also play a little bit of the Wildcat. Could play for anyone. He's athletic. He's big. A very effective linebacker.
Sanford Stadium in Athens, Tennessee. Georgia kickoff next. The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Jeep, Chick-fil-A, LG, and by New York Life Insurance Company.
Is it a 20-minute shorter wash cycle? Or a 20-minute longer lap cycle? Is it 20% less time in here? Or 20% more time out here? Is it 20% more storage capacity? Or 20% more fun capacity? LG's innovative line of appliances let you fast forward to moments that matter. So, is it an appliance or something better?
We are all reflections of the people who came before us. The good they did inspires us, prepares us, and guides us. At New York Life, everything we do is to help you keep good going.
With a driving range of more than 550 miles, you'll inevitably find yourself on a desolate highway in your Jeep Grand Cherokee. And when you do, you'll be grateful for the adaptive cruise control that automatically adjusts your speed when approaching slower traffic. And for the blind spot monitoring that helps remind you that the highway might not be as desolate as you thought.
SEC fans, AT&T is giving you the chance to play along with today's game. AT&T Make the Call allows you to compete with other fans in real time. Predict the outcome of each possession to earn points and see how your score ranks against your opponents. To play, go to CBSSports.com during today's SEC game on CBS or visit attmakethecall.com. AT&T is the exclusive wireless sponsor of the Southeastern Conference.
The contest involved two acknowledged contenders for the Southeastern Conference Championship.
Throws the ball down into the end zone. It is caught.
Damn, he's running over people. Oh, you Herschel Walker. Ran right through two men. My God, a freshman.
Manning sneaks. Falls down. Has not no whistle yet. Manning rolling to the right side. Motions to throws down into the end zone. And it is touchdown, Tennessee.
And there's a touchdown. Touchdown.
They just stepped on their face with a hobnail boot and broke their nose. We just crushed their face.
Standing tailback Foster. Now he gets down to the 5 to the checkerboard. Arian Foster, 22 yards for the Tennessee touchdown.
Venerable Stanford Stadium. First game held here in 1929. Capacity then 30,000. And a moment ago, first on the field, the Bulldogs of Georgia attempting to win 5 at the start of the season for the first time since 2006, and right behind them, Tennessee's 3-1 start, best in 6 years, but they did lose handily in the second half, losing to Florida, and they had a struggle last week against Akron. We welcome you again to Sanford Stadium and the Home Depot SEC on CBS. Tennessee trying to win against Georgia for the first time in the last couple of years. And for a pregame report on Tennessee, let's check in with Tracy Wolfson.
Well, thanks, guys. There's a lot of pressure for Tennessee to get that first win over a ranked team. I just asked Derek Dooley about it, and he said the key for them is to play 60 minutes. They have not done that so far. He said for Tyler Bray, he just has to keep his confidence up for the whole game, guys.
A sea of red here. Kind of a muggy day, overcast. Clouds rolled in yesterday afternoon, calling for 80-degree high, winds from the west-northwest, and mostly cloudy skies. Tennessee leads the series. They also lead in games played here. Interestingly enough, the two teams did not play from 1937 until 1968. Even though the SEC began in the early 30s. This is taken by Malcolm Mitchell. Gary talked about him in the pregame show. He's opened at cornerback the last 3 games, but he also was an outstanding receiver. And Mark Richt said yesterday you might see him both on kickoff returns and punt returns. Starting lineups brought to you by Chick-fil-A. And here is Aaron Murray.
Well, he's grown. He's always had that streakiness about him. But this year he's been giving them consistent football. Not 8 in a row, 4 in a row incompletes. He's been doing it 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3. That's the key for Aaron.
Tennessee did win the toss, deferred. And now first down and 10 from the 16-yard line. Handoff on the sweep to the right side. That is Malcolm Mitchell. Let's complete the look at the Georgia offense. Canarius Gates, Dallas Lee, David Andrews replaces a 4-year starter Ben Jones-Burnett and a true freshman John Theus. And the specialists Michael Bennett, Todd Gurley, freshman running back, Arthur Lynch, the tight end, Rantavius Wooten, and Malcolm Mitchell are the wide receivers. Gurley breaks through. He's the true freshman, and boy was he popped as he got near the 34 by Brent Brewer, number 17.
That's the downhill running game that when Georgia's doing it well, they're so tough to stop. You know, he got a big hit from the secondary, but it's because he had another defender around his ankles that time. Lathers is around his ankles. You get a hit from Brewer. That's what made it look harder than it was, I think.
And a first down 10 on the run by the freshman Gurley, averaging 101 yards per game. Play fake, Murray back, deep left side. Man open, dropped it. Rantavius Wooten, number 17. Coverage from Prentice Wagner, number 23.
Well, both teams, here's a play you're going to see a lot in this football game. Both teams love this back shoulder throw. So much of the influence in college football now are the corners are playing more bump and run, trying to take away the easy throws. Everyone is starting to do this a la the NFL.
Second down. Gurley comes left. And a nice surge. Let's check the Tennessee defense.
Yeah, a little boo there, by the way, because of the horse collar. That's why you're hearing the booing.
Darrington Centimore, Daniel McCullers, who is a huge nose guard, 377 at college. Jacquez Smith, Kurt Maggitt, A.J. Johnson, Herman Lathers, and in the secondary, it's Coleman, Moore, Brewer, and Prentice Wagner. Third down. Sweet left side, it's Gurley, blocker in front. He got a good one, and then he is literally tripped up as he gets near midfield.
And A.J. Johnson had a shot for him. A.J. could have saved the first down, but it might have been another horse collar on the play, and that's Gurley showing his strength. Takes the sweep. Now watch 45. He's got a beat on him, outruns him, and Gurley pulls right away from him. Remember, just a true freshman, almost a face mask and almost a horse collar on the same play.
Terrific block by number 7-2, Kentarius Gates. The tackle, play action again. Murray, left side again, caught. This is by the tight end, Arthur Lynch. They don't use him often, not nearly as much as they used to go to Orson Charles. That is only his 4th catch of the year for Lynch, but it's a gain of 21.
Was it tipped on the play? An easy pass right here. I mean, you just get the tight end in the kind of the bend route, you get the fullback in the flat, and nice concentration by Lynch. And you can see what Georgia can do now. They've got a experienced quarterback and a strong pounding running game.
They have scored 40+ in each of their 4 games. And
it was a bust.
Oh, boy.
It's getting worse.
Yes, it is. Taken back all the way to the 41-yard line. Malcolm Mitchell took the late pitch, and Justin Coleman was there to make the stop.
Do you feel that the coaching staff, Vern, is trying to get Malcolm Mitchell into the game plan? They've had him over in the secondary. Now they get him back on offense. He might not have a lot of practice time, so they're feeding him a few plays to get him used to offense. That one didn't work at all.
Well, he was at defensive corner for the first 4 games because of the suspensions to Bakari Rambo. Sanders Cumming is starting there now. But this week, they worked him on offense Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then the walkthrough on Friday. They did give him to the defensive coach on Wednesday. Murray got it. Inside the 30 to Mitchell. Boy, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that time he had to go. That's exactly where the defense vacated. It was a zone blitz, and he had to hot read it. Watch it. Here comes the thing. Here comes the replacement right behind him. Linebacker on the blitz. Throw the replacement right behind him. Perfect read by Aaron Murray.
And a third down 10, 5 wide. Tennessee with 3 down. Looks like they're going to bring it.
Yeah, they're going to go man-to-man. They are. Yeah. No free safety. Should read it.
Went right side. Mitchell got it on the spin.
Well, Justin Coleman, number 27, had bump and run, well, basically inside man technique, all-out blitz. Just gave him too much room. You know, third down, Actually, it was Brewer. My mistake. 17 instead of 27. It was Coleman making the play at the end, but I think Brewer just gave too much space that time. When you blitz, you can't give a pitch and catch like that.
10th play of the drive. This is the opening drive of the football game. Here's the sweep again. This goes to Marlon Brown. And he picks up a sizable bunch as Wagner makes the stop. Mark Richt got his team into the SEC title game a year ago. The Georgia red zone stats: 15 touchdowns on 18 trips inside the red zone. The Verizon red zone stats.
Makes sense when you're averaging over 40 points a game.
Yeah. Murray, another completion. That's to Gurley. It's only his third catch of the day. Byron Moore makes the stop. Well, there was one 10-yard loss in this drive, but otherwise executed to perfection.
Yeah, and you know this opening drive has been scripted by Mark Richt's offensive coordinator, Mike Bobo, and so far, except for one play, everything's been exactly as dialed.
First down goal. Now this is Merritt Hall, the fullback, number 43, leads the ball left. And a nice defensive play led by Herman Lathers, number 34. Gurley the carrier.
Well, this is what happened a couple of years ago when Tennessee came here. They got shocked early in the football game. Talking to Jim Chaney, he said the one thing we don't want to do is fall behind.
Toss. Second and goal. Gurley's hold. Standing up.
All right, that was well blocked on the offensive line. Byron Moore, the free safety, was the only guy that had a chance. But Gurley, when you're on the field, I'm telling you, Todd Gurley is a man. It's going to be hard for these safeties to bring him down. He just runs right through that. Look at that. He's just elusive and big football player.
Marshall Morgan is on to try the extra point. True freshman out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. First time that we haven't had Blair Walsh back there in 4 years. Well, what a wonderfully executed drive for the Georgia Bulldogs.
Well, they just kind of slam everybody down, toss the ball. Look at slam down, follow number 43. One guy to beat, make that safety miss you. That's always the way you run the ball near the goal line. Tennessee had one chance. They had him long yardage. Didn't stop him.
Come on, it's right through here. Shh. I think I see something. What? A bunch of cows. Oh my gosh. Seriously, that's your ringtone? Okay, I'm sorry. Shh. Where'd they go?
Got a crowd to feed? Try Chick-fil-A catering.
The Ohio State University.
The University of Texas Southern University.
California, Berkeley.
Old Dominion University.
Harvard University.
The University of Virginia.
Texas A&M.
Norfolk State University.
University.
Arizona State.
Pennsylvania State University.
The few, the proud, the Marines.
Both the Chrysler 200 and 300 are the fastest growing sedans in their classes, with some of the most advanced technology, highest fuel efficiency, and safety ratings. We're building cars that matter to more people. And that's what matters to us. Now lease the 2012 Chrysler 300 for $329 a month for well-qualified lessees.
Like surgery, perfect surgery on that opening drive. 7-0. Georgia leads it. Let's go take a look at the touchdown from our Avis Action Cam.
Talk about tight ends. Aaron Lynch might not be the best pass receiver, but watch him get the second block on the linebacker right here. He helps fit for his tackle and then comes down and hits the linebacker in the hole right there. That second key block allows the cutback by Dirk Curley to get into the end zone. That's the combination blocks that those big tight ends in this conference help allow you to run the football.
Longest drive of the year, took 6:06. And Georgia first on the board at home, where they've won 81% of their games under Mark Richt. Mark now in his 12th season. Devin Young and Cordero Patterson, number 84, are the deep men. Marshall Morgan will kick off. Return from a yard deep. That's the junior college transfer, Cordero Patterson. And the Tennessee offense presented by Chick-fil-A. Here's Tyler Bray.
Well, when you play in this offense, I think against this defense, Bray is going to have a quick release. He does, and he's going to have, as Tracy said, his confidence. Sometimes he can be too confident. He's got to check the ball down.
Known as a gunslinger, and sometimes that's not a great thing. Here's the handoff to Rajon Neal, number 20. And he gets about 3 after the 24. The Tennessee offense up front. It's Antonio Richardson, Dallas Thomas, James Stone, Zach Fulton, and Jawan James. And the specialists, Cordero Patterson, Ben Bartholomew at fullback, Rajon Neal, the running back, Michael Rivera, the tight end, and Justin Hunter, wonderfully gifted receiver who spent most of last season out with a torn ACL, and this pass, not good.
Interesting. I'm sorry, Vern. Interesting call there, the pass, because Jawan James on first down lost his helmet, and they had to replace their best offensive lineman on the play with a backup, and they come with the passing play. James is back in the game now. You know the new rule, helmet pops off, so he wasn't in there, and I thought Bray got rushed a little bit.
He did get a good block from Rajon Neal to put a stop to the rush of the linebacker. 3rd and 7. Flag. Pre-snap.
False start. 71. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Go back to the previous play and the point you made about the...
Yeah, we had a new offensive lineman in there. They blocked down, but look at the pressure inside. You can see it was Mike Gilliard right in on the throw that time. Kind of a bust with the offensive line.
3rd and 12. 4-man rush.
Rajon Neal has had a tough start 2 years ago here in this stadium when he fumbled on his first carry and he fell down on that screen. It was set up. He keeps his feet. I think Tennessee would have had a first down play.
As promised, Malcolm Mitchell will return punts. That's the first time he'll have had this opportunity, number 26. And the punter is Matt Darr, number 43. Mitchell nailed. No fair catch called for. And a 41-yard punt. Nothing on the return. Eric Gordon, defensive back, was the first man down there. Good field position. 2nd possession.
In the Outback is just one good thing after another. So come on in and enjoy 4 mouth-watering courses with our limited-time Outback 4 menu. Get a delicious soup, salad, and your choice of entrees like our signature sirloin, wood-fired grilled shrimp, or juicy pork tenderloin, plus our rich and creamy cheesecake. That's 4 amazing courses for only $15. It's all yours, mate. So go for it. It's always fresh in the Outback.
That's the team. The Planters Men's Health Mix Team. They're the best of the best, of the boldest, of the baddest bunch of nuts around. Men's Health Recommended Mix. It's the manliest mix we've ever assembled.
What do we do when something that's hard to paint really wants to be painted? We break out new Behr Ultra with Stain Blocker from the Home Depot. The best-selling paint and primer in one that now eliminates stains. So it paints over stained surfaces, scuffed surfaces, just about any surface. What do you say we go where no paint has gone before and end up someplace beautiful? More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Behr Ultra, now with advanced stain blocking, only at the Home Depot and only $31.98 a gallon.
So what kind of car should I get? New or used? Used.
Now at Autotrader.com, compare new and used cars and even special offers. So when you find the right car, there won't be any doubt in your mind. Autotrader.com, the ultimate automotive marketplace.
The wait is over.
I want to take a picture of this bad tip and put it on Instagram. Twitter is stupid, and Instagram is Twitter for people who can't read.
A new Two Broke Girls at its new time, CBS Monday.
NFL Today, tomorrow. Regional action for you. Lead game early, New England at Buffalo. Lead game late, Oakland at Denver. It's a regional day, home of Super Bowl 47, and it all begins with JB and the guys. The NFL Today presented by Southwest Airlines tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. During the commercial break, Olympic bronze medalist, I beg your pardon. I know he would like to have won the gold. He won the bronze in London, Reese Hoffa. And he practices right outside the football offices here at the University of Georgia. Second possession now for the Bulldogs, up by 7. Todd Gurley got the touchdown.
Interesting. Mike Bobo is going a lot of this one tight end, 3 wide receivers. He's trying to force Tennessee into a 4-man line. He told us yesterday he likes to run the ball. That's going to be a legal procedure. He likes the matchup running the ball against the 4-man line versus the 3-man line for Tennessee.
False start. Offense. Number 68. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Call is on Chris Burnett, the right guard. Matt Moore is our official again today.
Of course, Mike Bobo is matching wits this year with Sal Sunseri, the new defensive coordinator for Tennessee. He's from that long line of Saban defensive coordinators. Basically, now everybody in this conference plays the same defense.
Now, Sal Sunseri was with Saban at Alabama, and you're right. And I think soon they'll all play the same offense.
Oh, he got it.
Intercepted. Picked off, and here we go. It's Brian Moore in for the touchdown. 4th interception of the season, and Brian Moore goes 35 yards. There is Sal Sunseri.
It's the first turnover that Derek Dooley has forced against Georgia in the matchup, basically. This is the 3rd game. Dooley has not gotten a turnover yet. This ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and that's what allowed the interception.
Only Murray's 3rd interception of the year.
How about that?
My gracious. Derek Brodus is on to attempt to tie this one up.
Thinking back to that Florida game for Tennessee, they had the first play of the game when they could have had a turnover. Here's a turnover just like it. This time they make it. Let's see, the ball, you'll see it tipped at the line of scrimmage. This guy right there is going to tip it at the line of scrimmage. Come out, get his hands up in the air. It's tipped and then jumped on the pass. Line of scrimmage right there is Corey Miller, is a guy who got his hand on the ball. So we got a touchdown by Moore, but Corey Miller should get at least 4 points out of the 7 points, right?
You bet. Pass intended for Gurley. Moore goes the other way. He had 2 interceptions against Akron, but this one's a little bit bigger.
Yep.
Start with nothing. Build a groundbreaking car. Good. Now build a time machine. Go here. Find someone who can build a futuristic dashboard display. Bring Future Guy back. Watch him build a TFT display like nothing you've ever seen. Get him to explain exactly what that is.
The thin film transistor display.
Maybe not. Just show it. Customize the dash. Give it park assist. That fuel efficiency flower thing. Send Future Guy home. His work here is done. Destroy time machine. Win some awards. Send in Brady. That's how you do it. Easy.
Here you go, big guy.
And? Wow.
You got the job.
And?
Stock options.
Those are nice jeans.
And?
I get off at 4.
Greetings from the windy city of Chicago. People here sure are friendly, but some have had a hard time understanding my accent. So, to make sure people get every word of the Geico savings message, I've been practicing how to talk like a true Chicagoan.
Switching to Geico could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance. Ah, Bears.
You people sure do talk funny.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Why do you stay with your husband?
Welcome back. You missed this.
Tip by Miller on the left. Interception by Moore on the right, 7-7. Now it's time to take a look. Maybe we will. Home Depot tools for success.
Anytime you're doing any work around the house or playing football, one of the things in this defense that Sunseri is preaching is attention to detail. One of the things that Tennessee wants to do is reroute the receivers. Watch him reroute the tight end, and that puts him into position. His detail is do your job, hit the tight end, and because he did that before he rushed the passer, the unintended consequence was he was right in the throwing lane.
Sal Sunseri, first season as the defensive coordinator. And mentioning that brings to mind that this is almost a brand new staff for Derek Dooley. 7 new assistant coaches.
Yes, and a complete revamp on defense.
Michael Pilardi kicks off for Tennessee. Malcolm Mitchell will take a knee. Well, you mentioned to us the first play against Florida for Tennessee.
I wanted to re-rack this play to show you when you have opportunities to make plays. Hold it right there. Marcellus Teague, number 10, has an opportunity to make a play that was the first play of the game versus Florida. Now, if they grab that ball, how would that game turn out? Okay, so now they've got an opportunity to make a play, and they make the play. That can be the difference in winning and losing in this league.
Tied at 7, and Georgia with its third possession. This is Keith Marshall, another freshman, and he can fly. There are no flags. There is a Georgia touchdown. Marshall. If 3 don't get you, 4 will. 75 yards. Morgan's extra point is good, and like that, we're back to a 7-point margin.
Toss sweep. Everybody has this, but watch 3 guys do their job. First, Merritt Hall, the fullback. He gets block number 1, and then the tackle and the guard pull. Watch 3 guys perform. Fullback, block, boom. Guard pulls around, chop, boom. Tackle takes out Gates, boom. 3 blocks on 1 play. Byron Moore had no chance. He gets swallowed up by Gates, but Lee, Hall, and Gates all do their job, and the freshman sprints for 7 points. How about that for perfection?
The smoked Chipotle burrito is really good.
Yeah, my zesty cheesesteak burrito's great.
Are you familiar, Pete, with the phrase, don't mess with success?
Yeah.
Because this is not only messing with success, this is taking success to the cliff and shoving success over.
Success said, oh, please, don't do anything. Leave me alone.
These burritos didn't even hear that. They heard, oh, put. And that was it. It was just like, whoa. Egg everywhere.
Wake up to sirloin steak and fluffy eggs with the new Zesty Cheesesteak and Smoked Chipotle breakfast burritos. This is how you Sonic.
With a driving range of more than 550 miles, you'll inevitably find yourself on a desolate highway in your Jeep Grand Cherokee. And when you do, you'll be grateful for the adaptive cruise control that automatically adjusts your speed when approaching slower traffic. And for the blind spot monitoring that helps remind you that the highway might not be as desolate as you thought.
At USAA, we believe honor is not exclusive to the military, and commitment is not limited to one's military oath. The same set of values that drive our nation's military are the ones we used to build USAA Bank, with our award-winning apps that allow you to transfer funds, pay bills, or manage your finances anywhere, anytime. So that wherever your duty takes you, USAA Bank goes with you. Visit us online to learn what makes our bank so different.
Visit CBSSports.com shop for all your officially licensed Tennessee and Georgia merchandise. Remember, the best in college football gear is at CBSSports.com shop.
Took all of 13 seconds to unbreak the tie. 7:31 to go. Let's go back and take another look at the center, David Andrews. Gary pointed out 3 terrific blocks.
Yeah,
here's a 4th.
Actually, it was Dallas Lee who blocked down on Andrews' guy, and it was the center pulling around that got the chop block right there. So, it was 3 people on that side, plus the fullback on the play. A perfectly blocked play by the left side of the line and the fullback. So you got one guy, Keith Marshall, sprinting in the end zone, but other people, again, doing their job.
Marshall Morgan will kick off midway through the first quarter of play. 14-7 now after the 75-yard run. Short. Taken by Devin Young, number 19. Tackled as he crosses the 25. Let's go to the studio for this Heisman Watch presented by Nissan. Here's Tim.
In the Big 12 opener for West Virginia, Vern, a video game broke out for Geno Smith. 8 touchdown passes, 656 passing yards. These are all school records. He had more touchdown passes than incompletions. Tonight, A.J. McCarron of Alabama will be at home against Ole Miss. The Anthony Thomas and Oregon go up against Washington State. But how about Geno Smith? Back to you.
I can only say how about him. 656. Man, those look like arena ball numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
Defensive struggle. You just said volumes with that one word. I wonder if anybody in that game is going to be a candidate for Bronco Nagurski Defensive Player of the Week. Maybe not.
I can only ruin it by adding.
I liked exactly. You know, it was fraught with meaning. 2nd down and 4. Toss. Cordero Patterson. Spent last year at Hutchinson Junior College. Alec Ogletree made the tackle. Let's complete our Chick-fil-A lineups. Here is the Georgia defense. Avery Jones, John Jenkins, terrific nose tackle. Cornelius Washington on the outside. Vassar, Gilliard, Ogletree back from suspension, and the All-American Jarvis Jones. Cummings, Williams, Bakari Rambo, and Damian Swan. It's 1st down and 10. Tennessee. They give it off to Rajon Neal, caught behind the line. Chase Vassar, number 33.
Well, a longtime friend for Jim Chaney is the offensive coordinator for Tennessee. He actually was Drew Brees' offensive coordinator at Purdue. I talked to him, what do you need to do this game? Why don't you just chuck it 75 times like you used to do with Drew? And he says, no, we have to be able to run the ball. The last 2 seasons, the rushing totals for Tennessee, minus 23 yards. Now, yes, sacks involved, but that's part of the story why they have to run the ball.
Here's Marlon Lane, number 15, testing the middle, and that is good enough to move the chain out to the 45-yard line.
I think that the first play was lost. It's going to be second, 3rd and about 5.
Darn chains on the far side of the field. 3rd down, 7. Georgia stunts. Left side. Caught.
Oh, my.
Zach Rogers, number 83.
I think Rambo went for the pick. And had Zach Rogers not stumbled after the catch, that would have been another touchdown. Rambo, who coaches say reads the quarterback's eyes great, breaks on the throw, and Bray throws it a little bit harder than Rambo thought. He misjudged it, and if Rogers doesn't lose his balance, that's a touchdown. And you saw why Tyler Bray loves to throw the ball down the field. I mean, he is a great downfield thrower.
Play action. Slings it left side. That appears to be caught by Rajon Neal, number 20. It is a completed pass.
Yeah, I think he threw it right in the face of Sean Williams, number 36, who came unblocked. Now, Tyler Bray, look at the left side of your screen right here. Not exactly sure who it was. I think it was Sean Williams. Comes unblocked, and he just guns it without taking a step.
Neal looks for help. Fights for a yard on first down.
Yeah, that Georgia defense, they're for real. I was out on practice, and I was just, usually you do this when you go watch LSU and Alabama on defense. You go, oh my goodness, how can you find this many good-looking athletes on one field? But I'm telling you, Georgia's there now. Their athletes, body for body, match up with anyone in college football.
Todd Grantham, defensive coordinator. Second down and 9. Stone, long snap, left-handed. He is a lefty by nature, but does the short snapping with his right hand. And then when they go to the shotgun, back to the left. James Stone.
Well, there's the kind of football game nowadays. Okay, the college game is getting more and more like the NFL game in this conference. These third and mediums have become the down that you have to move the chains on. You don't think touchdowns in this league, just move the chains.
Wild card now, and Pig Howard, number 2, is in the backfield, and they were ready for it.
Yeah, I think they should have stuck with A.J. Johnson.
Yeah.
They went with Alton Howard, number 2, on the Wildcat, and nothing doing. Georgia does not get anybody blocked. Safety comes up and makes the play. Rambo on the play. So Rambo misjudged with throw, but he didn't misjudge the Wildcat.
And so that sets up a field goal opportunity from 34 yards out. Brodus is perfect, 5 for 5. And this one, whoa. Yes.
Big drive for Tennessee.
Yeah. Brodus a perfect 6 of 6 for the year. And he cuts that one just inside the left upright.
What do we do when something that's hard to paint really wants to be painted? We break out new Behr Ultra with Stain Blocker from the Home Depot, the best-selling paint and primer in one that now eliminates stains. So it paints over stained surfaces, scuffed surfaces, just about any surface. What do you say we go where no paint has gone before and end up someplace beautiful? More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Behr Ultra, now with advanced stain blocking, only at the Home Depot and only $31.98 a gallon.
I'm your lucky team, Flag. We've gone through 14 seasons together, but in Flag years, I'm like 130. Now, I'm just holding on by a thread. If you've got cut rate insurance, you could be dealing with this mess yourself. So get Allstate, where agents keep you protected from mayhem like me.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
Hey, Steven, got your new official Nike jersey? It's like we're twins.
We don't
look anything alike? Oh, twins.
Monday, if it ain't broke, it ain't funny. Catch a new episode of Two Broke Girls at its new time, Monday at 9, 8 Central, only CBS. Now, this Georgia team features a couple of freshman running backs in Todd Gurley and Keith Marshall, and they have both had their moments today. Kickoff, Michael Pilardi. Important drive for Tennessee, 10 plays, 58 yards. And it resulted in a 34-yard field goal.
And just enough running that Tyler Bray could use his great skills on that drive. I don't know if I like that Wildcat on that 3rd and short, taking the ball, the pass out of his hands there.
Mitchell is held up by a teammate, takes a knee, and it will come out to the 25. Gurley on the left, Marshall on the right. Todd Gurley, look at that average, 8.9, and this was the first touchdown of the game.
Yeah, This one's just a short yardage play. Nobody touches him. And then the next one almost looks like it's kind of the same play with a different handoff. And Marshall, that's like first day of sprints out on the practice field. He turned around and goes, geez, I thought the SEC would be tougher than this to tell you the truth.
Yes.
One of the things that Mike Bobo told us about those two guys is I can call any play in our offense with them. You know, we knew that they'd be able to come in and run the ball. With the ball in their hands, these freshman running backs can do it. But I feel confident that they'll pick up the blitz, and I can dial anything with them in the game.
That was Bennett in motion. This is Marshall. Starts right, comes back left. And let's check in with Tracy for more on these two freshman running backs.
Well, Gurley and Marshall actually are really good friends. They first met and faced off on the track on a World Youth Trial 100-meter race. Marshall said he won, but Gurley took first in the 110 hurdles. Both are now still great friends. They made a pact to attend the same college. They were not worried about sharing the load, guys.
And they have done so remarkably competitively. And compatible.
I think so too.
Yeah, both. And of course,
your mind was in the right place.
Yeah, I did just rearrange my teeth and get it out.
And you know, that's actually a plus nowadays, Vern. I think Ingram and Richardson has showed these young running backs that you don't have to have all the carries. You know, I mean, you might be able to take plays off and let the other guy go.
Wide open is Rome.
Wow.
The tight end, Jay Rome. The redshirt freshman out of Valdosta, played a few games for the basketball team last year and makes his second catch of the year with that one.
Yeah, and that was a nice rebound. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly, just reached up and grabbed that one.
21-yard gain, first down at the 43. Marshall. Now let's go back to the studio for a John Hancock update. Once again, here's Tim.
Vern, Gary, North Carolina State lost to Tennessee in Atlanta to open the season, but here is Stephen Morris for the game winner to Philip Dorsett, 62 yards to strike. Miami moves to 3-0 in the ACC Coastal, all alone atop. He had 566 yards, Morris did in the air. Back to you.
Thank you, Tim. Second down 6, another defensive struggle.
Yeah, but Algonquin do a good job there. You know, with all they're going through. Of course, the shoe hasn't dropped. You know, we don't know what's going to happen there, but he's done a good job coaching that team.
Murray,
back
right
shoulder,
side, back shoulder. Tavares King, number 12, tackled by Coleman. Boy, Murray looks good, doesn't he?
Yeah, you know, Florida has the week off this week, right?
Right.
Remember that game last year in Jacksonville? The back shoulder throws just like this on 4th down. It kind of turned the tide. The Florida guys and Will Muschamp is going, there's really not a defense for this unless we go zone, and we don't like playing zone. And at time, Coleman was victimized just like we've seen other guys. That's kind of a staple for everybody throwing the ball now.
Murray pumps. Zips it to Rome and through his hands.
Second and goal.
Second down goal.
The way Georgia is now and their balance, they could run any play right here, right? No one. They could hand the ball off and be just as effective as throwing it. There's no way Tennessee can know what's coming on the play.
Well, among the fresh faces on the field, Chris Conley. And Georgia decides to use one of its 3 timeouts.
That is their first timeout. First half. There's a 30-second timeout.
14-10 at the moment. Georgia leads.
Game day. You hear the fans. The shotgun spread offense and goal line stand. Been there, done that. Seen it all. Every fist pump and win. Every hike of the ball. A football fan, we salute you. We know how much you love it because we love it too. We got what you need to be like the pros from clutches to break pass. You know where to go. Come on. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
crowd to feed? Try Chick-fil-A catering.
The #1 news show you can't miss.
No reason why you and I can't work together. Wouldn't that be nice?
Vegas, new episode, CBS Tuesday.
To get the latest news, analysis, and predictions from Tony Barnhart, Bruce Feldman, and other CBS Sports experts, watch College Football 360 live weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern or on demand at cbssports.com/collegefootball360. Seventh play of the drive coming up. They've already chewed up 67 yards and a little over 2 minutes.
I'll tell you, 3 receivers that Georgia has on the field, King, Brown, and Michael Bennett, number 82, are all tough matchups. Bennett is really good at going upstairs and catching the lob ball, too.
They've got Rome, a tight end, in the slot to the right.
Could be quarterback draw. Stafford used to do quarterback draw.
Murray will throw it. Tavares King.
Got in.
He got in. Yes, he did. Last second lean from Tavares King.
And they're all good-sized receivers. Murray went down his checklist, stayed calm, went to the right guy underneath. Man, that's A.J. Johnson that he ran through right there. Real close. Did he get across? I don't know if his knee went down before the football crossed that time, tell you the truth. From this side, you can't tell.
Right.
Should be reviewed, though, right?
Looks like it will be.
Field was a touchdown. The previous play is under further review.
Bernie just cannot believe the size of these receivers in college football right now. Let's see if his knee goes down. You see, that is not a horse collar. That's jersey. Does his knee go down? Now, can you extrapolate if his knee went down to where the ball was at that time? You might need a split screen on this. See, I'm producing. I'm doing everything right now. Knee goes down. I think it's going to come back.
I agree.
I think it's going to come back.
That did look like
yes,
indisputable visual evidence.
Yes. Now his knee goes down. I think before the ball. Now you got to get the other angle to figure out where the ball is at the same time.
You are producing, aren't you?
Yes, and actually replay efficient. Yeah, I think a half-yard line. Don't you think?
All right. Knee down.
Yep. And, you know, ever since, remember, was it our first year, Vern? Remember when LSU was down near the goal line and it was one of these plays just like this, and they fumbled the next snap and didn't score? It was a half a yard. I think Jacob Hester went down, and then the next play they fumbled the snap.
I do remember that. By the way, we have a replay official who's new to the league, Jim Bible, who was a longtime on-field official in the Big 12. And came by to say hi a while ago.
Right.
And
let's see if they... Craig Silver, our producer, says, okay, let's use Gary's idea. 2 angles and 1... Look at that. No. I think it's short, but very short. It's like inches short, right?
It seems to me the knee is down right there, and the ball is short.
So do I. Half-yard line at the most. Of course, in the NFL, that's a touchdown. At least last week it was.
It certainly was.
Right.
Oh, was there a controversy in the NFL last week?
Right. Anything close.
This has taken a while. And I'm guessing there's going to be an overrule here.
It's, by the way, it's 3rd down. If it's short, it's 3rd down.
It seems to me if they were going to leave the play, this conversation would have been much shorter. Just a guess.
After further review, the ruling is that the runner's knee was down prior to the ball getting across the goal line. The ball will be placed at the half-yard line. 3rd down.
Properly executed by the replay official, I think, on that one. Well, King wanted that touchdown. I think he kind of knew, though. No outrage, just disappointment.
And so 3rd and goal. Final 30 seconds of the first quarter.
Yeah, they've been going left all game.
Gurley is the running back.
Hank Stram just sent that down.
They got something left, Jack.
And they go right.
They go right. Here's the toss to Gurley. Got it. Touchdown, Georgia.
Never hesitate to get Hank Stram back in the conversation.
Or Jack Buck.
Yep. Well, Derek Dooley, Vern, on the phone call told us, we're not as fragile as people believe. Well, we're going to find out, aren't we?
Yeah. Marshall Morgan on for the extra point. Georgia has scored in excess of 40 points in each of its 4 wins. We've only played 1 quarter, and they're more than halfway there.
It doesn't get any better than the endless shrimp at Red Lobster. You can mix and match all day.
Red Lobster's Endless Shrimp is back, but only for a limited time. Try as much as you like, any way you like Parmesan crusted shrimp. Just $14.99.
I'm Ryan Isabel, and I see food differently.
That's the team. The Planters Men's Health Mix Team. They're the best of the best, of the boldest, of the baddest bunch of nuts around. Men's Health Recommended Mix. It's the manliest mix we've ever assembled.
The perfect photo isn't always the one you plan to take.
Whoa, check it out. Hey, baby goat. Oh, that's not yours.
What's it got there?
It's not yours.
Now you can take a photo right from video, so you'll never miss the perfect shot. AT&T introduces the HTC One X, now $99.99. Rethink possible.
After the blast,
We're all perfectly fine, aren't we?
getting back to normal won't be easy. New NCIS, CBS Tuesday.
Gurley, 33 yards, 2 touchdowns, both from in close. Keith Marshall, 4 carries, and that includes a 75-yard touchdown run. Murray has been flawless, and you might have noticed as we went to the commercial that the clock said there are 11 seconds left in the first quarter. I noticed it.
Well, you were right.
After
we
we
said
rolled
we'll be back for the second quarter. And eventually we will be. A little prelude here, that's all.
Jamie Lindley, number 99, is going to kick off now. They use both Lindley and Morgan, and this will be Lindley's turn.
Nice height.
And returnable, Devin Young, number 19. Flag is down.
During the return, blocking the back. Number 26 of the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal, 1st and 10.
Monday on an all-new How I Met Your Mother. It's a prenup blow-up. Don't miss an all-new episode of How I Met Your Mother, Monday only, CBS. Ball at the 10 after the penalty was marked off. That was Avery Jones, number 93, who crossed the neutral zone.
Offside. Defense, number 93. with contact, 5-yard penalty, 1st and 5.
Well, I think Tyler Bray and Jim Chaney and Derek Dooley all have visions of what they're going to have to do. I mean, they're going to have to control the ball a little bit because it doesn't look like that defense for Tennessee is ready for this Georgia offense. There's not a lot of defenses that might be ready for this Georgia offense.
Up the middle, that's Rajon Neal, number 20. At long last, that's the end of the first quarter. Georgia leading. We'll return to Sanford Stadium after this message and a word from your local station.
Ears are weird. I don't know what shape that is, but it's not round. So why would headphones be round? They should be shaped like this. Ear-shaped. You know, so they fit in your ears.
Don't miss NCIS Los Angeles, Tuesday, only CBS.
Introducing a reason to look twice. Introducing a stunning work of technology. The entirely new Lexus ES and the first ever ES Hybrid. See Lexus of Nashville Cool Springs and Lexus of Nashville North Rivergate.
Here's your coffee. Have a good day.
Says a lot about a man. Who he is, what he does, what he stands for. Help fight breast cancer with this limited edition pink hat. Yours for a small donation at your local Farm Bureau office.
Now open in Mount Juliet, Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Come on in. Look around. Have fun.
Low prices on the best name brands in sports equipment, shoes, apparel, and more. And on October 12th through 14th.
Join us for grand opening specials, games, and prizes.
Academy Sports and Outdoors, now open in Mount Juliet Road and I-40.
You're gonna love this place.
The right stuff, the low price, every day. Academy.
It starts with an Equus delivered to your front door. It continues with an offer that gets you back on the road in no time. And driving an Equus means you'll never have to interrupt your day for service. So if time really is money, you just earned yourself a healthy bonus.
The Power of 5 live radars from the Storm 5 weather team.
It's that time of year again for barbecue and cheers. Every single college town. It's a fever, it's a high. Lead our colors till we die. Welcome to the fall. It's college football, y'all. You're coming into our house. We're gonna show you what we're made of, so you'll remember our name.
We welcome you back to Sanford Stadium on the campus of the University of Georgia in Athens. Looks like we've got a full house. That means more than 92,000 here. As we begin quarter number 2, Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, and Tracy Wolfson. And Georgia in command, Tyler Bray. And the Tennessee Volunteers have a first down. Handoff, stiff arm Neal. And he's bumped down at the 28-yard line, 21-10, as we get the first play of the second quarter underway. You've seen Aaron Murray now since his freshman year. he's really developed into a man. Give me your quick thoughts on him as a quarterback.
Vern, first of all, it looks like as much confidence as Aaron Murray has in his game, there's an equal amount of confidence from the coaching staff in what he can do. Right now, Mike Bobo has a game plan that he's just looking at all the plays, and they all look good. He trusts his quarterback. He trusts his running backs. He trusts his offensive line. Everything he looks at says it'll work.
Here's the pass complete on the right side. That's to Vincent Dallas, number 6, and Tyler Bray.
It's kind of the fun of covering a conference like we get to do. We see these guys come in. I remember the first practice that Tyler Bray had at Tennessee. Here's this. He looked like Don Strock out there, 6'5", skinny, throwing the ball all over, didn't even know how to get a huddle. Aaron Murray, kind of had to follow in the footsteps of what Matt Stafford had kind of left. Took him a couple years to get going, but now he's a trusted veteran. It's the fun of kind of following this conference.
Well, Tyler Bray versus Florida. Take a look at this.
Not a lot of guys have the ability to gun this ball in like Bray does. This is his favorite throw, middle of the field. He knows the safety's coming over there. He has to zip it, not a lot of air on it. Puts it close to 50 miles per hour, and that's fast for a football throw. And if he didn't, if it was 47, it might have been intercepted. That's the fine line that Tyler Bray's handling.
There's the audible in the second down and 4. Hand off to Marlon Lane, who's hit behind the line by Avery Jones. And Jarvis Jones also there.
So Tennessee felt confident that their offensive line could handle him. They have not so far. Jones is there. Cornelius Washington, if Jones didn't make the play, nobody even attempted to block him.
Loss of 1. 3rd and 5. Load him up on the left side. Bray looking left. Nobody open. It's tipped. And it is intercepted. Wow. Damian Swann, number 5, on the deflected pass.
Was it Ogletree that got his hand on the ball up front? But it watched Swann go up and get the tip drill. Both quarterbacks have had a tip. See if it's Ogletree, number 9, the middle of your screen right there. Remember, coming back, first game he plays, he reads the quarterback, gets into the throwing lane. He's 6'5", gets his hands on it, and a one-handed stab from Damian Swann.
So the interceptions are 1 apiece. Time has been called. We'll return to Athens in a moment.
Ooh, sweet.
Good morning. My name is Dave.
I'm very excited to be here today.
Your deadline is
Ambitious. However, I'm up for the challenge.
gonna miss my mother-in-law's birthday party. Thank you.
My goal is to become
Salesperson of the year.
Can't wait to get started.
With Avis, you can select a car like a BMW and give yourself the right space when it matters. Avis, it's your space.
The perfect photo.
Nice.
Isn't always the one you've planned to take.
Whoa, check it out. Hey, baby goat. Oh, that's not yours.
What's he got there?
It's not yours.
Now you can take a photo right from video, so you'll never miss the perfect shot. AT&T introduces the HTC One X, now $99.99. Rethink possible.
The passion, the pride, the perseverance, the commitment to get cash benefits directly to you when you can really use the money to help pay bills. Like when you're hurt.
Thanks. I needed that.
Aflac, an official partner of the Heisman Trophy.
This week, Dave's all new with Martin Short, Two Broke Girls star Kat Dennings, Tina Fey, Craig Ferguson, and Billy Crystal. Plus, Monday, Cat Stephen Colbert.
Reputation, Vern. Watch this. Here's Jarvis Jones, the All-American right here. Because he's such a good pass rusher, Tennessee leaves their tight end in, and the linebacker who's going to cover him ends up freeing out. This is what the reputation of Jones as a pass blocker is. Leave your tight end in. The guy who is going to cover him says, I'll just drift over to here. Look at that. That's the guy that ends up making the play on the interception. Unintended consequences. You leave a guy in, a good defense will react and make you pay for it.
Ogletree, one of two who were suspended for 4 games. So his first start of 2012, he and Bakari Rambo. Damian Swan, starting for the 5th straight game, gets his first interception of 2012. It'll go in the hands of Gurley again. That's always a good idea. Gosh, remember there was so much concern when they decided to kick Isaiah Crowell off the team, last year's starting running back. And look at these two guys.
I was talking to Mark Richt at practice, and I said, you know, Todd Gurley and Keith Marshall had to come through for you, right? And he goes, yes, they did. But so did John Theus, number 71, the freshman tackle right here. Those 3 freshmen came through for Georgia to make this a solid football team. All 3 of them did.
Theus, a true freshman, as are Marshall and Gurley. Here's the handoff to Gurley again. He's also got a lot of speed and resiliency and the touchdown.
Come on. Is that Trent Richardson back for his 5th year?
My goodness. Take another look at this rumble.
Merritt Hall, number 43, gets another block here. Boom, right at the line of scrimmage. But look at this true freshman put on a Trent Richardson show. Gee.
Trent Richardson, who was the great Alabama back after Mark Ingram had been a great Alabama back.
Oh, he missed it.
Doink. Well, that's been no. Dead when it hit the upright.
And I guess that's why these great recruits are so highly coveted, huh? Because without Crowell, if Gurley and Marshall don't come through, what is Georgia this year? They're a passing finesse team. With them, they're not.
Don't miss TV's #1 comedy, The Big Bang Theory, Thursday, only CBS.
How do you make summer feel 90 days longer? Get to the Mazda Summer Drive, because you can save big on a 2012 Mazda 3 with no payments for 90 days and 0% APR for 60 months. So get our hottest deal of the summer on the 40 MPG Highway Mazda 3 with SkyActiv technology. 0% APR for 60 months, no payments for 90 days. Only at the Mazda Summer Drive, and only for a limited time.
If your company's bottom line needs a little uptick, maybe you should look for a bank that understands a business like yours deserves extra attention and even financial muscle occasionally. A bank like Avenue Bank. We may not be the biggest, but what we lack in size, we make up in agility, speed, and results for our clients. And isn't that what really matters? Avenue Bank. What matters to your business?
No matter how hard you try, pictures just don't do it justice. The Doritos Locos Tacos, taking tacos where no one thought they'd go.
Phil Williams and the News Channel 5 Investigates team, winners of their 3rd DuPont Award.
We're early in the second quarter already. Todd Gurley with 89 yards and 3 scores, and Keith Marshall 90 yards and a touchdown.
Thank you, Georgia Power.
Amazing.
Well, we've got 12 minutes left in this quarter. Georgia already has 290 yards of offense.
Georgia fans, please welcome back All-American punter and current
Almost rushed for 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah.
You know, and one thing that Sal Sunseri said is, I asked him where he is compared at Tennessee compared to what he left at Alabama. He says, we're okay up front and at linebacker. I'm worried about the passing game. Oh, my goodness.
Yes. 27-10. Well, this has been a Bulldog day. And an occasional duck will wander by. Time for the Aflac trivia question. How many NCAA Division I teams have the nickname Bulldogs? How many? I can give you two, because just as a matter of historical reference, the first game ever played here in 29, the Yale Bulldogs and the Georgia Bulldogs. See, you didn't have that.
I didn't have that, but I know a Division III team that does.
Thank you very much. It will get mentioned. Rajon Neal, number 20.
All right, and now here's what you got to do if you're Tennessee. Come on, it's 3 scores. You know, the bad news is you've given up 290 yards, and there's 11 minutes to go in the first half. The good news is there's 11 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first half. It's 3 scores. Score one, make it a 10-point game. Chip away, chip away. Don't look at it as we got to score 17 points. Look at it as we got to have 3 scores.
Flag thrown at the 40 on the near side. Well, Derek Dooley, of course, such a history
False
with...
start. Offense. Number 74. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Derek with such a... He grew up here in Athens. His dad, Vince, of course, the Hall of Fame coach of Georgia for 25 years. Mom, Barbara, the last time Derek brought a team in here, she wore an outfit that featured one orange pant leg and one red. Up the middle, Rajon Neal. That's for 20.
Neal on the carry across the 45.
I kidded with Derek on the phone. I said, Dad's staying home watching it on TV. Give me some pointers of his pet peeves he doesn't like announcers to say. I don't want him mad at me.
And?
He didn't have anything. Got him. Oh, he dropped it.
Oh, wow.
It's just, it reminds me, it's an easier catch than the Florida game. Tennessee was down 27-20 in the fourth quarter. And Patterson dropped a ball. This one is way easier. He beat Brandon Smith. Cordero. Oh, that's a touchdown.
Junior college transfer who played his high school football in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and this one's overthrown.
Pretty good idea, though. They went right back to him. Pretty good idea. Don't let you pout. Come right back on the field. You can't throw it any better than that, and you can't be more embarrassed by a drop than that.
Fourth down, Matt Darr. That would have been 6 for Tennessee.
Yeah, and Tennessee said we love what Patterson does with the ball in his hands. You got to get the ball in your hands first.
You're going to let this one bounce. And it will bounce down to the 1.
That's a mental error by Mitchell.
Yep.
Might not pop up in this football game. Might not, but it could. But to beat the best, you can't. You got to field those.
10:41 to go, first half. Cordero Patterson had it slip right through his hands.
What do we do when something that's hard to paint really wants to be painted? We break out new Behr Ultra with stain blocker from the Home Depot, the best-selling paint and primer in one that now eliminates stains. So it paints over stained surfaces, scuffed surfaces, just about any surface. What do you say we go where no paint has gone before and end up someplace beautiful? More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Behr Ultra, now with advanced stain blocking, only at the Home Depot and only $31.98 a gallon.
Ever ask somebody to lend you a foot? Who thinks about stuff like that? Vince Mahe grew up on 2 continents and noticed that wherever you go, people have their hands full, but their feet free. The result?
A liftgate you operate with your foot. Codename?
Open Sesame.
The all-new 2013 Ford Escape. It's what happens when you go further.
Attention, well, everyone. You can now try Snapshot from Progressive free for 30 days. Just plug this into your car and your good driving can save you up to 30%. You can even try it without switching your insurance. Why not give it a shot? Carry on.
Now you can test drive Snapshot before you switch. Visit Progressive.com today.
Tom Brady and the Patriots battle the Bills. The Raiders collide with Peyton Manning and the Broncos. The NFL is on CBS Sunday.
Todd Gurley, Keith Marshall, fellow freshman running backs. This was Gurley early on. First touchdown. 75-yard counter punch from Keith Marshall as he soared down the sidelines and got his first of the day. One of the better runs you've seen coming up. This was a short yardage play. And now Todd Gurley. Little wiggle move, shakes a tackle, gets a block, scoots in, touchdown. The two freshmen have been splendid here in the first half, and I'll give credit to the guys in the truck here so I can avoid responsibility for this, but between 3, Gurley, and 4, Marshall, you've got 34. And who does that bring to mind?
Herschel Walker.
There you are.
Of course, their nicknames combined is Gershel, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's what they're calling.
Yep. There's a flag down.
And combined, they can almost do as many push-ups as Herschel could do today.
Today?
Yes, okay. Today. They combined.
Yeah.
Offside. Defense. Number 44. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Morris Couch, yeah. Number 44.
Don't lose composure. I mean, Derek was adamant that there's more parts to this team. We're more prepared. We can take a knockdown to the chin early in this game. We can come back from it. We're not fragile. We don't have a glass jaw. If they'd have caught that ball, I think he could have told the team that. They got to hang tough.
There you go. Well, let's reintroduce Tracy Wolfson for more on the Volunteers.
Well, Gary, you mentioned keeping composure. That is exactly what Derek Dooley keeps reminding his team every time they come to the bench. Play for 60 minutes, and then Sal Sunseri talks to his defense and says, make sure you're not hanging your heads out there. Keep playing. You are better than you're playing right now. Keep it up for a full 60 minutes, guys.
All right, thank you, Tracy. 27-10 here with 9:40 to go. And a second down and 7. Marshall, the deep back. That'll be short. Well, if you're a Tennessee fan and you're wondering, wow, can we possibly? I'll give you a little historical help here. Back in 2006, Georgia was up 24-7 here in Athens, and Tennessee rallied in that game and wound up winning it going away, 51-33.
Well, first drive of the game, there was a 3rd and 10 that Georgia picked up. Tennessee needs this one very badly.
Sweep right, Marshall. Got it, baby.
Well, after the offsides penalty, they end up getting the stop. They're going to force a punt. Maybe a breath of air. I don't know, though. Georgia didn't even try a pass that time. It looks like anytime they want to throw, they can.
That'll bring on Colin Barber, the freshman punter. Well, we mentioned a while ago, we don't mention Blair Walsh in this game. We also, for the first time in 4 years, don't mention Drew Butler, who is now in the National Football League. So a couple of freshman kickers. Here's the punter, Colin Barber, out of Cartersville. Devin Young is deep. Got it. And he gets back to midfield. 7:59 to go first half. Bulldogs leading by 17 points.
Okay, guys, this kick is for the win. Labels out.
Here we go.
Wait, what?
Our proximity to the field creates a parallel connection between the bottle and the ball.
The outward-facing label simulates a smoother contact surface for the kicker.
It's like magic, only real.
Really?
Yeah.
Bud Light, for the fans who do whatever it takes.
What do you call a machine that combines precision-engineered handling, industry-leading power, and a rider-focused design? We call it a Can-Am. From the essentials to fully loaded, you'll find that same combination in every ATV and side-by-side we build. And right now, get your own for as low as $149 a month. Can-Am, the ride says it all.
When you pay too much for cable, you feel dejected. When you feel dejected, you need some comfort. When you need some comfort, you make a surprise visit home. When you make a surprise visit home, you discover something new about your parents. When you discover something new about your parents, you speed off with tears in your eyes. And when you speed off with tears in your eyes, you drive into a pizzeria that makes great baked ziti. Don't drive into a pizzeria that makes great baked ziti. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Tim Brando in New York. Coming up with the Geico Halftime Report, Spencer, Tony, and I will get you caught up on all of the action, including Texas A&M's first Southeastern Conference victory. Johnny Manziel threw for 453 yards, had 3 touchdown passes, and ran 1 and 2 as they handled Arkansas. Now back to Tennessee, Georgia.
Handled seems a mild term to use.
Amazing.
Oh, that meltdown at Arkansas is biblical. Wow. Justin Hunter, we've not called his name today.
I think that's the word there, Justin Hunter. You know, we've got a few guys in this league that are coming back from serious knee injuries. Niall Davis doesn't look all the way back. Marcus Lattimore's still getting better. Justin Hunter is not where he was before he hurt his knee, but he's good enough to catch some balls. They need to go to Hunter.
Play action, Bray. Deep right side.
He misread it.
Yes, indeed. And it's up for grabs and incomplete. It was Hunter, defended by Damian Swan.
Yeah, they were going to go hitch and go. I think Jim Chaney thought the same thing. Watch this. A lot of space there. Hunter's going to go hitch and go, but Swan doesn't bite at all. You can't go to this. He's got a 10-yard cushion. They throw the ball up in the air, and Hunter can't get it. Very lucky that wasn't picked off.
Yeah, Hunter had to go defensive.
Yep.
2nd and 10. This is Devin Young, number 19. Splits the center and right guard, and Ogletree, number 9, makes the tackle, but that's a 12-yard gain.
Well, Tennessee believed, that even as good as Georgia is up front, that they could block them. Their offensive staff actually believes, Vern, that all 5 of their offensive linemen will play in the NFL.
Little hurdle at the 30-yard line. The catch made by Michael Rivera, 81.
And that's where I think Tennessee needs to go. Rivera is a tough matchup. He and Zach Rogers, the slot and the tight end, could give these Georgia linebackers a little problem.
Here's Zach Rogers, immediately hit, but it wasn't Rogers.
No.
It was the slot receiver, but they hit Alton Howard in there, number 2.
And it was well read that time by that Georgia defense. Very aggressive. They got to it late. I think Tyler Bray thought that Georgia was confused. They just were late getting there. They weren't confused. See, they're just getting there. Bray kind of gives up on the play and tries to sneak it out to Howard quickly. Didn't work.
3rd and 4.
Nice.
That's Zach Rogers,
nice
and that's
read.
A first down. Yes, indeed.
Nice read by Rogers. It might have been a slant pass, but he saw it as a zone, and he just squatted. This is what you have when the quarterback and the receiver are on the same page. It looks like he's going to go slant, but nothing's there, so he stops. Watch this. I want to go slant. No, I'm going to just hang outside. That's a read. Quarterback and receiver both read it the same. First down on the play.
Bray pumps, goes deep, receiver slips.
Yep.
Incomplete. Michael Rivera was the intended receiver.
Well, remember, because Tennessee, Vern, can't run with authority, there's a lot of pressure on the quarterback to make plays. Everybody knows that, and that means Georgia understands it. So Bray needs some help. Drop ball there, a little bit of a misread. Got some help from Hunter right there to save a play. But this drive, I think, is the way Tennessee has to play the game. A few draw plays, but basically throw the ball.
Georgia looks like they'll bring the edge. And Rajon Neal goes up the middle. 6 to go, first half of play.
Tennessee has to at least get 3 points and make this a 14-point game. At least. Can't have a turnover or a big sack right now. Every play I ever got called in the NFL, the coach used to say that to me. No snack, no turnover. How can I get it? That's bad, right, Coach?
Timeout. Georgia. That's their second, one remaining. 5:43 to go before halftime.
Start with nothing. Build a groundbreaking car. Good. Now build a time machine. Go here. Find someone who can build a futuristic dashboard display. Bring Future Guy back. Watch him build a TFT display like nothing you've ever seen. Get him to explain exactly what that is.
The thin film transistor display.
Maybe not. Just show it. Customize the dash. Give it park assist. That fuel efficiency flower thing. Send Future Guy home. His work here is done. Destroy time machine. Win some awards. Send in Brady. That's how you do it. Easy.
What do we do when something that's hard to paint really wants to be painted? We break out new Behr Ultra with stain blocker from the Home Depot. The best-selling paint and primer in one that now eliminates stains. So it paints over stained surfaces, scuffed surfaces, just about any surface. What do you say we go where no paint has gone before and end up someplace beautiful? More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Behr Ultra, now with advanced stain blocking, only at the Home Depot and only $31.98 a gallon.
2 returning castaways have their second chances threatened by the teen star and the baseball great.
We might be able to pull a little blindside.
New Survivor, Wednesday, only CBS.
We're back in Athens, beautiful Sanford Stadium, full this afternoon for this SEC East encounter between Tennessee and Georgia. And take a look at the total number of yards. Here's Stone. Mentioned earlier that on shotgun plays, he snaps it left-handed. Bray, nice, beautiful play. Justin Hunter's first catch.
And his perfect read. Todd Grantham went with a robber defense, meaning he had a safety and a robber in the middle, means you take the second guy from the outside. That's the throw you want to go to. He read it perfect and delivered it perfect.
Gain of 18, first and goal. This is Devin Young, stopped short.
I wonder if they go to the Beast Wildcat here now with Christian Robinson. They are going to go Beast. 45 coming in the game.
See number 45. Beast is the.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A.J. Johnson.
A.J. Johnson, that's what I meant. Johnson's coming in the game, number 45.
And Bray is split out wide to the right. It's the Wildcat offense, essentially. Here's Johnson.
Yep.
I think he got in. Let's see. Yeah, it's touchdown.
Yep. They went to that Beast Wildcat with A.J. Johnson, and that was what was effective on tape for them near the goal line. Power off tackle, get the extra man because your quarterback is willing to run the ball. They tried it before with Pig Howard, number 2. This time they went more with the Beast look, and it worked.
Johnson's 4th carry for the season and his 3rd touchdown. And now Broadus for the extra point. It is up and it is good. Very significant drive for the Volunteers.
Yeah, as bad as it has been for Tennessee, you got to feel that Tennessee bench believes, okay? Dooley believed this team was not fragile. I think he's right.
The passion, the pride, the perseverance,
the commitment to get cash benefits directly to you when you can really use the money to help pay bills. Like when you're hurt.
Thanks. I needed that.
Aflac, an official partner of the Heisman Trophy.
.453 to go first half. And Tennessee gets on the board with a 50-yard drive in 10 plays. Most significant of which, of course, was the touchdown scored by A.J. Johnson. The Beast formation.
The Beast Cat. Usually at this part of the game, Vern, as we take one more look at that, power, as much power as you can get off tackle, and A.J. takes it in there. I like to set up the fact that if Tennessee got a stop here, they could get the ball back and then get the ball to start the second half. But down 10, any kind of stop. If they can get in at halftime, 10 points down, it's a win.
Very, very short kickoff.
Yeah, it was Pooch by design.
Yep. Pilardi puts it up in the air, and it's time to cue the duck. Get him on. Now get him off. How many NCAA Division I teams have the nickname Bulldogs? And the answer is 4. Fresno State, Georgia, Louisiana Tech, and Mississippi State.
Yep.
And there's a Division III team.
What's that one?
Oh, yeah.
You familiar with them?
Yeah. Mighty Texas Lutheran University Bulldogs, homecoming today. So much later on, they'll have their tussle with East Texas Baptist University.
Well, last time Georgia was in, they ran 5 plays in a row. There's 6 runs in a row. And basically 6 in a row that has been stopped by this Tennessee defense.
Tennessee has all 3 timeouts left. Georgia has used 2.
Will Bobo and Rick open it up?
Loss of 1, second down, 11.
I think you got to trust your quarterback in this, the experienced quarterback, to throw the ball.
And he will. Blitz. Got him. Fumble. Ball's out. And I think it's recovered by A.J. Johnson.
I think it was Herman Lathers, wasn't it? Number 34 that made the play?
Yes, Lathers made the hit.
Yep.
Ball came out. Matt Moore immediately said.
Second turnover.
Fumble.
Remember, coming in, they had not turned the ball over in 2 years. I think it's Lathers right there. It comes in on touch. Total bust. The running back either was hot. Gurley was either hot or he missed his blitz pickup. I would sense that he missed his blitz pickup. Very hard for me to believe that they would allow Gurley to go hot from the 19-yard line right there.
I thought they might want to review this. It appeared to us as the play was unfolding that it was a fumble. Matt Moore, the official, immediately threw the bag, indicating the ball had come out, but now they're going to take a look.
Yeah, it was his knee down, I guess, is what we're going to look for. Look at this. Total bus inside. You see Gurley look for the ball. Was his left knee down? That's the question. Big play here.
Oh.
Was the ball loose? You got to look at the front and the back, too. I think the ball is loose. My first sense here is the ball's moving before his knee goes down. Yes, I believe it. Oh, boy, it's almost simultaneous, but I think the ball's moving. And that is that cross blitz. That Saban, everybody's got it, let's be honest, okay? And remember, on the field, it was ruled a fumble. So they have to find... Take a look, see if maybe from the play-by-play, Truck is saying we may have this angle maybe a little better.
It is almost simultaneous.
It is. You can go back that up one more time just a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Go back. Gonna go. Let's see if the ball is moving. I think the ball is moving.
Yes.
Great shot right there.
Yes. This...
How about this football game turning around? Remember, we talked about that Georgia had not turned the ball over 2 straight games against Tennessee. Derek Dooley had never seen a turnover against his old Georgia team. and now 2 in this football game, if this is upheld.
That's significant here, of course.
I got to say, if it was me, I would rule it a fumble.
And Matt Moore did so, and now we get to the quality of the evidence. Is there enough to overturn the call? I don't believe so.
His knee is closing in on the ground, but I think the ball is moving at the same time. And it not touched. You can always tell which team thinks. Like, Georgia thinks it's a fumble. They got their guys out there. Okay?
Here's the call.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. First down, Tennessee.
Well done. Well done initially by Matt Moore.
Yep.
And a good job in the replay booth.
Now, again, remember the outside matchup. They love the matchup of Justin Hunter against the undersized, smallest defender, Brandon Smith, way up here. Trying to get it right on him, but top of the screen.
Give it off up the middle. Devin Young on the first down carry. Devin Young, only 5'8", 172. And he'll get a rest. Rajon Neal, number 20, comes back on.
They got the same matchup to the top of the screen right here. Their best alley-oop guy versus the smallest defender on the field for Georgia. Inside technique. It's going to be a blitz.
And Rajon Neal, stutter step, drives. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
That's kind of hard. Well, one of the things I think Jim Chaney is trying to do is to make sure no matter what, they're taking time off the clock, too. A field goal here is not as big. I get that. But it's important also. But now they only get 1 throw to the end zone.
Tennessee's Verizon red zone numbers, you see 15 of 25. They've got a 3rd down now. Trailing by 10. 4-man rush. Bray across the middle. Caught. Zach Rogers. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, they did the old Wes Welker stutter and go inside. You got the best matchup on the field. Your little slot receiver against a linebacker, Alec Ogletree. And watch the little stutter and go that Zach Rogers will do inside on the slot.
Brodus for the extra point.
Oh, he missed it.
Oh, my.
Okay. They missed one against Florida, too. Remember, that's the 3rd of the year, but a Florida one that would have given them an 8-point lead. It was a 7-point lead because they missed.
Take another look at the touchdown.
Rodgers and Ogletree. Bray looks across and says, where's my best matchup? I've got man-to-man inside right here. Tennessee put their tight end in the slot. That's what forced the inside matchup. Stutter and go. Perfectly run inside and a great throw. Watch the stutter and go. Gets across the linebacker's face. It's a touchdown as soon as he crossed.
Herman Lathers is the fellow who recovered, or rather who made the hit on Aaron Murray, recovered to give Tennessee a 1st and goal. You go back to a couple of previous possessions. The punt down at the 1.
Right.
And then a 5-yard penalty against Tennessee, and they held and got possession back, got a field goal, but this one might loom large. Brodus.
Well, and so did it in the Florida game, loom large too. But again, let's go back and give Derek Dooley credit. I said I thought he was right. He said we're not as fragile as people think we are. He said, you know, before we didn't have the parts to adjust. Now we have the parts. We just got to win one of these things.
That one slipped. Whoa!
Almost kicked right out of
He's out of bounds. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
They might get the ball back again.
Yes, they do have all 3 timeouts remaining.
Does he step out?
I believe he did, Gary.
As he touches the ball, right?
Look at his left foot.
Yep. Right there, out of bounds as he touches the football.
Right there.
Yeah, actually might have had both feet out. The ball was stopped right there. They're going to give him the ball on the 1-yard line, aren't they?
There's Matt Moore.
There is no foul in the play. The receiver was in bounds and touched the ball, then the ball went out of bounds. No foul.
What? I didn't see the ball go out of bounds.
I'm going to echo what you just said.
He may be right, but I don't think he explained it right.
What? We saw Gurley's feet out of bounds.
Yeah, then he came back in.
Oh,
Maybe
no
he's
flag,
not allowed
I see. And they're going to rule him out after one.
Yes, but the ball didn't go out.
No.
Well, here we go. 3 timeouts. All of a sudden it looked bleak. All of a sudden it looks good.
Tavares King in motion across the backfield. Now comes and sets up as a blocker right. They go left. 2:47 to go. Gurley gets a yard. 2:35 remaining.
I think if Georgia doesn't pick up, 4, 5, 6 yards, you're going to get a timeout, okay? Yep. If it's very close for a first down, Dooley might just let the clock go.
Second and 8.
He'll take a timeout now. Absolutely. 3rd and long.
There's a scramble down there. No indication that there had been a fumble.
It is odd that they're running the ball to the right, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the strength of their offensive line is left. They got a freshman offensive tackle to the right, and Theus. Even the touchdown run, they kind of helped them with motion on the play, but this time it's stuffed up. Big A.J. Johnson again in on the play.
Tennessee has used the timeout, and they've reset the clock to 2:06. And this is a timeout called by Tennessee. And coming up, the Geico halftime report. Head back to our New York studios for Tim and Spencer and Tony. And scores and highlights. Maybe Tim will do the Geico game recap on that Baylor-West Virginia game. I'm just saying.
Do the whole halftime if you wanted to do that. Well, here we go, 3rd and long. I mean, if you're Mike Bobo, do you trust a throw? Last time he trusted his quarterback, the offensive line let him down, or the running back, whomever it was, failed to pick up the inside blitz. And Aaron Murray, as we've seen before, remember the fumbles in the SEC championship game against LSU, and he scrambled out. He's having the big game and kind of dropped the ball on those scrambles. I mean, you could get sacked in that situation. You ask your quarterback, we can take the sack. We just can't have the turnover. It cost him 7 points. Well, 6 in this case.
3rd and 8, 2:06 to go before the break. Keith Marshall is in at running back, number 4.
Well, if they get bump and run out here, will they go that back shoulder throw again?
Tennessee with 4 down, and they bring only 4. Flip out of the backfield. It's Marshall. He's got the first down.
They missed it. They ran a little pick to the outside. A very safe play. The wide receiver right here is going to go try to pick without getting caught. The player that's covering the back on the play. Watch the pick. And then just enough for the first down. Oh, is that ball down? That ball was out, wasn't it?
There's an indication that it is. At least
he was
Volunteers
just
think.
As he got the ball that time.
There's a little more extracurricular stuff. That's Eric Gordon, number 24.
Tennessee's ball.
My gracious.
I think it's a good no call by the official that time. And you know what? They ran right at the freshman that time, and the freshman did not get the block. Theus did not get the block. His man got inside. It was number 5, Majit, that made the play.
Yes.
Theus out-muscled by Majit on the play for another turnover.
And Centimore, number 94, Darrington Centimore, recovered at the 18-yard line.
How about this? You've got 300 yards in total offense in the first half. Haven't had a turnover in 2 years against these guys, and you have 3 in the first half.
First and 10, Tennessee. Doesn't seem all that long ago
that he dropped the pass, right?
Exactly. It was 27-10, and Patterson dropped a pass that went right through his hands. Now Bray hands it off. This is Rajon Neal. 2 timeouts remaining for the Volunteers. 90 seconds to go.
You know, a lot of people that believe in momentum, and I don't, would have said, well, here's the play that showed it. From there on, it was all Georgia. But you never know. There's always another play.
Now Justin Hunter's out to the right side, and Sanders Cummings is guarding him, not Brendan Smith. Little inside shovel pass, Rajon Neal.
Face mask.
Yes, indeed. They're going to get Kwame Gathers, number 99, for a face mask.
Little shovel pass inside, trying to control the rush.
Personal foul.
Reach
face
out.
Gathers gets it. Half the distance to goal. Automatic first down.
I think the big tight end, Bullard, Alex Bullard, is coming in on the field right now. 315 pounds, number 89, I believe, is in the game. He's actually a tackle. So they actually have 3 tackles in the game.
First and 10 with 57 seconds to go. Play action, Bray, a lot of time, but good downfield coverage.
Throw it, live another day. Live another day.
Yep.
They brought in, they baited Georgia that time. They brought in another tackle thinking that Georgia would think run. Nobody goes out but the 2 wide receivers. They're double covered. Both of them are double covered. Live another day. Try to gimmick play. They brought in the big guy. I noticed him right away. But Georgia, Todd Grantham had his team ready. They did not take the bait.
Bray into the flat. Neal down the sidelines. Did he get in? Yes, he did.
Had to be a bust.
How do you do?
Had to be a bust. I think 3 guys covered 1 guy on the play. They're playing 3-on-2. I think it was the linebacker that went with the wrong player that time. Toss it out. Nobody on him, and he crosses the pylon.
Marlo Herrera was the last one there, but he scooted by him. Now Brodus missed the last extra point, so he tries it to the other side and cuts it just inside.
I was saying Tennessee would be happy being down 10. They're up 3. Incredible, isn't it?
Really. I just remember us when Patterson dropped the potential touchdown pass.
What are we going to talk about, right?
Right.
Does your phone give you all-day battery life? Droid does. And does it launch apps by voice while learning your voice?
Launch cab for me.
Droid does.
Keep left at the fork.
Does it do turn-by-turn navigation? Droid does. With Verizon, America's largest 4G LTE network, and Motorola, Droid does. Get $100 off select Motorola 4G LTE smartphones like the Droid Razr.
Extraordinarily, Tennessee has climbed back and gone on top. 30-27 over Georgia. At one time, it was 27-10.
Vern, Georgia's playing 3-on-2. Here's the second guy. Here's the first guy. Watch halfway through what happens with Georgia on the play. Stop it right about there. 3 guys cover one guy, nobody on the other. Throw the ball outside, easy. That's a bust by Herrera, I believe, 52.
And another short kickoff. And it's taken and down out at the 35-yard line. Richard Samuel IV.
Well, Tennessee dodged everything they could. Remember when they got the turnover, they ran the ball on 1st and 2nd down, making sure that Georgia wouldn't have a lot of time. They score on 3rd down. Then they come back, they stop the run, and get a turnover again on the next play.
Well, Bray now 12 of 20. Murray 9 of 12.
It's the 3 turnovers,
You
though.
bet. Yeah, Murray had the fumble. Mitchell had the fumble.
If you're going to throw, you got to throw a deep ball, don't you? Anything happens bad now has to happen down the field.
Little crossing pattern. It's caught by the tight end, Lynch. He's across the 50 and down at the 49. Georgia with 1 timeout left. That was a gain of 60.
Georgia loves their new field goal kicker, but he hasn't tried one since the Missouri game. It's been a while.
25 seconds to go. Murray wings it. Catch made? Yes, catch is made. Michael Bennett made the grab. That was Gordon who was defending. Look at this. 20 points in 4.5 minutes.
This is going to be a measurement here, I believe.
Yes.
I actually thought Bennett was going backwards on the play, and Georgia was fortunate to get a timeout call on it because they only have 1 timeout left. Scramble out to the right. Bennett comes back on the left side of your screen. Now watch him go out of bounds with the hit right there. I don't think that should have been the only reason it should have been a timeout if it's a 1st down for a measurement. They should start the clock. Georgia needs to get up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Yep. Because they're going to start the clock.
Mark it for play. Marshall Morgan's longest this year was against Missouri, 52 yards.
Yeah, they're winding it.
He did hit a 59-yarder in high school. So Murray trying to get them into position. Goes to the left.
That'll be it, though.
Rantavius Wooten starts toward the middle of the field.
Yeah, it'll be a 50-yarder.
4 seconds. Well, the ball at the 33-yard line.
Nice job, though, by Georgia getting an opportunity to kick a field goal. Wooten might have been able to get out of bounds for 1 more Hail Mary throw, but now with 5 seconds, they got to go for the long field goal.
Marshall Morgan out of Fort Lauderdale, a freshman, saw him make one from 53 yards in warm-ups at this end. Almost an absence of wind.
Yeah, but Georgia's been so good, he hasn't even tried any lately.
Right.
The Missouri game, what was it, September 8th was the last time he even attempted one. He's already had one of over 50 this year.
Yeah, that was 52.
Yep.
This one will be measured at 50 yards, and it will be for the tie.
Who would ever believe that Georgia would have to kick a field goal to tie it at half?
The freshman, Marshall Morgan from 50 for the tie.
A freeze job by Dooley.
Tennessee uses its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 remaining. You're right. We're sitting here saying 50-yarder for the tie for Georgia. After that first 15, 16 minutes.
I might have to bite my tongue. We've had a Baylor, West Virginia first half here.
Ty Fricks is the long snapper. Ty Fricks, one of the semifinalists for the Campbell Award, just announced on Friday by the National Football Foundation. He's a graduate student, Ty is. The holder is Adam Erickson. The field goal kicker is Marshall Morgan, and this is for the tie. Low snap. Kick is up. Will it come back enough? It does, and it's good, and we're tied.
That was pretty, wasn't it?
'Twas. Let's go down to Trace with Derek Dooley.
Wow, Coach, what a first half. Down 17 at one point, and then you come back to tie it up here. What can you say about how this team came and held it together?
We survived a freight train, which we hadn't done a good job of. We were playing really bad defense, just not playing the blocks right. But the big thing is turnovers, and we just kept playing through the problem, and here we are. We got to start over.
You have 30 minutes left to go, so how do you start over? What will be the key in the second half?
Well, we got to play like we did the second quarter. We started settling in and playing a little bit better, and it all comes down to fundamental football.
Thanks a lot. Good luck. Vern?
All right, Tracy, thank you.
Think Vince ever said that, fundamental football in his life? I think you might have heard that at dinner.
I bet Vince and Barbara drilled that into it. Low snap, a fine hold by Adam Erickson to get that ball teed up and ready for Marshall Morgan from 50 yards away, and we are tied at 30. That's the end of the half. Let's go to Tim Brando in our New York studio.
And it's never enough! So touchdown! What a sweet move! Oh, he got it! Intercepted. So long, everybody! Touchdown!
To Gurley again.
Tennessee touchdown!
And we're tied. Smokey liked it, especially that second quarter. And that 50-yard field goal notched it at the break, 30 all. And a moment ago, Tracy Wolfson, a conversation with Georgia coach Mark Richt.
Coach, that second quarter seemed to get away from you, allowing Tennessee to get back in it. What happened?
Well, obviously, we didn't feel the ball well. We turned it over twice deep in our territory. I mean, just can't do that and expect to win a ball game. I liked how we finished offensively to get 3 points on the board, got a 50-yard field goal, which was great by our young kicker. But the big thing is try not to self-destruct and keep getting after them and finish this time.
Thanks a lot.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, Tracy, thank you. Most combined first half points in a conference game in 16 years. And what a turnaround. 27-10 at one point, and then Tennessee outscored Georgia 20-3 to end the half. And they will get to football as we open the third quarter. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, and Tracy Wolfson, along with our crack crew, the SEC on CBS. And this one will be taken a yard into the end zone and brought out across the 20 near the 23-yard line. I don't know where to begin with this one, Mr. Danielson, but what's on your mind?
Yeah, I had something else all prepared to say, but that kind of fell apart in the last 6 minutes, too. I'll say this about Tennessee. They've run the ball 19 times and thrown it 20 times. It might not be for a lot of yards like Georgia, but they've kept some semblance of balance and allowed Tyler Bray to throw the ball. Of course, it's the turnovers, but I think Georgia is going to, as much as they want to run the ball, and they're good at it, I think they need to start throwing a little bit more against this Tennessee secondary. That really is the weakest part of their secondary, of their defense.
They give up the middle, and it's good for a gain of a couple. Fake the reverse. And it's Marlon Lane with the carry.
Number 56, Harrison Smith at the top of the box. Gain of 2 to the 24, second and 8.
Second down 8. Gray, blitz coming. He fires it right side. It's complete to Justin Hunter. And that's good. Hunter's second catch. How about first half trends?
Well, it all started out with the freshman running backs just rumbling and kind of looked like they ran away from this football game. But even though Aaron Murray was a lot of completions, a high percentage, his interception, not his fault, but the fumble you could actually put on him. Tyler Bray has been consistent. Remember, he had that drop touchdown pass that looked like the turning point, and then the fast finish.
Here's the reverse. Patterson coming left. And met and driven out of, well, not out of bounds, just down to the sideline.
Yeah, Tyler Bray got a little bit of a block there, a shoe duster on Cornelius Washington on the play. But again, that speed and the Georgia defense took a play that looked from the human eye that it was going to be a 10, 12-yard gain and made it a 2-yard gain.
2nd and 8. Hand off, lane, nothing. And Jarvis Jones, number 29, the All-American linebacker, right in the middle of things.
Yeah, Jarvis Jones has been a little bit quiet in the football game, but that's one of the keys to the game is that even though Jarvis got knocked down on the play, you always got to know where he is because he's a big play waiting to happen.
From Columbus, Georgia, he began his career at Southern California. Had a neck injury deemed not medically cleared out there, but he did get clearance from doctors, sat out a season, and came close to home to the University of Georgia, where he has been a stellar competitor. 3rd and 8. Tie game. Bray back. Oh, he's got some zip, doesn't he?
Threw it behind him.
Yeah.
Had him wide open. That's one of the ones that you expect your quarterback. You know, your offensive line did the job. He had an opportunity to step into this throw and make the throw. Watch, coming right from the right-hand side of the screen. Perfect protection. Just feed it in there behind him. That's how quick Justin Hunter is getting out of his break. When he threw the ball in the hole, it looked like that was the perfect throw. But as quick as Hunter came across, it was an incomplete.
Matt Darr will punt. New returner now. Malcolm Mitchell went in the first half, a little rugby style. And Rhett McGowan, a junior, is back, but he will not get his hands on this one. It goes out of bounds. A relatively short punt, only 30 yards for Matt Darr. Opening moments, 3rd quarter. At one point, Georgia led 27-10. Couple of turnovers for each team.
Any last requests?
A drink? And? Uh-huh. And? And?
And? Next to me!
Ally Bank. Why they have a Raise Your Rate CD.
Tonight, our guest, Thomas Sargent, Nobel laureate in economics and one of the most cited economists in the world. Professor Sargent, can you tell me what CD rates will be in 2 years?
No.
If he can't, no one can. That's why Ally has a Raise Your Rate CD. Ally Bank. Your money needs an ally.
There are laws to physics, right? So explain this. How can something get bigger and smaller? There's more of it and less of it? Well, I guess the laws of physics are more like general guidelines.
It's the Barney Stinson 3-0.
I have to pay $2,000 every time I gain a pound?
Just if it shows up at the weekly weigh-in.
A new How I Met Your Mother, CBS Monday.
He used to be known as Russ when he was the interim mascot. Now he's Ugga 9. and he's watched a 30-30 ball game. The two freshman running backs were spectacular for Georgia in the first half. Let's take a specific look at Keith Marshall's 75-yard touchdown run.
Well, actually, it was perfectly blocked from right along Chris Burnett, the right guard, the center, a block down from the left guard, Lee. Everybody did their job. The fullback did their job. Not great leverage to the outside. Gates gets his man. Poor angle from the secondary that time by Brent Brewer. Just a perfect play for Georgia and a disaster for Tennessee. That's how it started out. But that's not how it ended, did it?
No, Keith Marshall also had a fumble inside the 15-yard line that led to a Tennessee score. So,
yeah, he was stoned right when he got the handoff on that one. It's hard to blame him on that one.
Todd Gurley is the deep back in the eye. Rantavius Wooten, number 17, starts in motion. Aaron Murray, play action, rolls right. He's got him. Yep. There he is, the crossing pattern. That's Arthur Lynch. And he's out of a tackle. There's a stiff arm on A.J. Johnson. And Arthur Lynch, the junior from Dartmouth, Massachusetts.
Yeah. I tell you, these linebackers bit so hard on this play. Watch both linebackers on the play. No one within 15 yards of the tight end runs right through one tackle and makes a huge play.
That's a gain of 38 and a first down at the 31 of Tennessee. Right side, Gurley, he breaks a tackle. There's a stiff arm, and he rumbles inside the 25 and out of bounds near the 20-yard line. A gain of 12. Brent Brewer with the tackle, number 17.
It's kind of starting off the way in the second half, the way the first half started off. Not going to arm tackle this guy. He just shakes those things loose.
Gurley with 103 yards in the ball game now. He's averaging 101.5 through the first 4.
Sunseri now the defensive coordinator. What do? Do you blitz? You go man-to-man, he's going to blitz.
And Gurley says, let me try left guard this time.
There's Sal.
Has a son who's a defensive back for the Crimson Tide of Alabama. Another son who's a starting quarterback at Pittsburgh. Right side. Little helmet-to-helmet collision there.
That picks up the first down, though, doesn't it?
Timeout.
112 on 14 carries. Fourth time over 100. He opened the season with 100 against Buffalo. 65 in the win at Missouri. 111 against Florida Atlantic. A career high 130 last year against Vandy. And he's over 100 now, and that's just.
This is a nice down right here.
You like this?
Oh, yes. It's a Bart Starr down. Let me see if I can find anybody closer.
No, I'm related.
Okay,
I'm related. You're right in my wheelhouse.
Boomer Esiason down, a Joe Montana down. Let me think here.
You're thinking a little play action.
Yes. Peyton Manning down? How about a Peyton down? Would that do it? Okay.
You know, they're.
Remember what was that one where didn't a long time ago Peyton run a sneak in one of these things?
97. I got help from the truck on that one. All right. No, we're just going to sneak it.
That's interesting because, you know, those are the tough yards. You almost have a free down to go for it. Now you got first and goal for the 8. I think Tennessee actually would have given you first and goal from the 8, you know.
Go with the no huddle here for the Bulldogs.
No huddle has worked well for Georgia in the game. They started out the game with it, and they've come, you know, into the half with it, and now here. That one-on-one outside with the slot right here. Good Bennett.
It is. Crossing pattern touchdown. Good call, Gary. Michael Bennett. in front of Byron Moore.
Yeah, too much space there. Moore has two-way go. Gibbs Bennett. You could see the linebacker cheating in. You know Aaron Murray, who's kind of a film rat, he saw it right away and just took the easy throw.
Murray to Bennett, and Marshall Morgan on for the extra point.
See, that coverage is too tough for Moore. He's a safety, and Bennett has a two-way go there. And they're on the 8-yard line, and he's got a 5-yard cushion right here. Receiver can go this way or this way. I think that's death. Deion Sanders would have a tough time stopping this one from that position.
But if he did, he'd let you know about it.
And a perfect throw.
Georgia impressive in the third quarter. Back on top.
Few who move toward the sounds of chaos. Forged in the crucible of training, they are the first to move toward the sounds of tyranny, injustice, and despair. They are the few, the proud, the Marines.
Man, these Sonic flat melts are really bringing me and my taste buds closer together.
Oh, that's nice. You guys are close.
It's like we're not even taste buds. We're taste bros.
Oh, okay.
It's like we all went through some real cool nature experience together, but things didn't get weird.
Is the point of this that I'm not in on it?
You make your own relationships. You seek out your own peer group, man. I found mine.
A barbecue feast in the palm of your hand. New Hickory Flat Melt Sandwiches. Grab one with a real ice cream shake, just half price after 8 p.m. This is how you Sonic.
In the Taihang Mountains of China, hand-carved on the side of a cliff, is the Guliang Tunnel. What? You gotta be kidding me.
I've never seen a road like this. There's jagged rock all the way around. This is really gonna test the ATS on all levels. This road, it's the most uneven surface, and it gets very narrow. Magnetic ride control is gonna be working hard. The shock absorbers react to the road 1,000 times a second. Keeps you firmly in control.
The all-new Cadillac ATS.
The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance, Russell Athletic, Coca-Cola Zero, and by Sonic. Welcome back to Sanford Stadium in Athens, where Aaron Murray just found Michael Bennett. He's now completed 70 touchdown passes, the all-time career leader here in Georgia back in the early part of this century. David Green led them to the SEC title back in 2002. Michael Bennett with the catch.
He's another one of those big receivers at Georgia. You know, they got 5 of them, and they're tough matchups near the goal line.
Jamie Lindley kicks off.
That's out of bounds.
Ooh.
Kind of good and bad field goal and extra point and kickoff day, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Shank punt, 2 missed extra points.
Ball be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
It's just a question. I don't really know the answer, Vern. Was it the 35-yard line last year on a kick out of bounds?
I thought it was the 40.
So did I. And since they moved it up to the 25 on the touchback, shouldn't it be 5 yards further on out of bounds instead of 5 yards left? I think I missed that. Somehow I missed that.
I did too in our conversation. Oh,
stuck it in there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's Bartholomew.
We could actually, we're right next to the Georgia coaches, and we could hear the Georgia coaches. They thought they had a pickoff on that play. We could hear them react.
Well, we've got an answer for you. The ball was placed 30 yards from where the kickoff was made last year.
So it's only a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
From a touchback to the 35. That's something they might want to look at.
Up the middle, Rajon Neal.
You know, if you get a touchback to the 25, shouldn't be an out of bounds back to the 40. You know, I got one new rule my way this year. Let's see if I can get another one.
Well, I think the campaign should begin this afternoon. You do have the bully pulpit here, you know.
Yeah, I don't think so. Since they got my phone, they text me all the time, you know.
Derek Dooley, head coach with a deep Georgia lineage. Play action. Look at Bray. Now he's got to get rid of it in a hurry. Oh, wow. That was Ogletree, and he almost had the pick.
You know, Alec Ogletree is one of the players. This is his first game back, and Todd Grantham said, we're going to have to knock the rust off Ogletree. But you can see the type of speed Ogletree has on this defense. I mean, he just closed on this throw. He was a high school safety, and they've moved him up to linebacker, but he really made up some ground.
That was Chase Vassar, who was coming at Tyler Bray. This one's at the feet of Alton Pig Howard, his nickname.
You know, Alton needed to just stop in the zone right there. That's a little bit of a young receiver not being on the same page with Bray. I think Bray threw that exactly where he wanted to that time. 3rd and long. Can Jarvis Jones make a play?
They've got Cummings on Hunter, top of the screen.
He's at the top.
3rd and 10. Rush coming. Bray across the middle.
Again.
Missed Hunter. And the defender slipped, it appeared.
Yep. Boy, that's back-to-back throws. He's missed a wide-open 6'5" receiver matched up against Sanders Cummings, number 19. He's going to be stems him up. Oh, a good throw there. He's going to run another 20 yards.
Yep. And so 4th down and 10, and for the second time in this 3rd quarter, Tennessee is forced to punt. Matt Darr is back, and the return man in this. Okay. There it is. Mark Dees, number 23, got it.
This is the second big special teams play for Georgia this year. Remember, the fake punt by Missouri, Richard Samuel, made the stop. Here's another one in this football game. Reaches out that right hand. He was already thinking not to run into the punter, and he makes the play.
Dees with the block. Josh Harvey Clemens with the recovery. Georgia has the football.
You never told me Autotrader.com had new cars. I'd love a new 2012. These are sweet, but what kind of deal can I get? Okay, just special offers.
Now compare brand new cars from local dealers and special offers.
That one.
So you can find the one new car your head and heart can agree on. Whoa. Autotrader.com, the ultimate automotive marketplace.
Team is not something you do alone. Team is plural. Team is arms, legs, blood, sweat, and soul. A lot goes into team. But what we take away stays with us forever.
Humans. We mean well, but we're imperfect creatures living in a beautifully imperfect world. It's amazing we've made it this far. Maybe it's because when one of us messes up, someone else comes along to help out. That's the thing about humans. When things are at their worst, we're at our best. See how at LibertyMutual.com. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Responsibility. What's your policy?
New Monday.
I love Joe, but I am so tired.
If it was you and me, we'd have a perfect marriage. No sex, TV, one good fart and off to bed.
Partners. A new episode CBS Monday.
Time now for Red Lobster to present today's Scholar Athlete Award. And our honoree is Chris Burnett, the right guard of Georgia majoring in finance with a GPA of 3.27. Red Lobster's commitment to the investment of our future is shown today by donating $1,000 to the University of Georgia's General Scholarship Fund. Big week in the life of Chris Burnett and his fiancée, Ariel Haynes. This was the scene at church services at noon last Sunday when he got down on one knee and asked her for her hand in marriage. She accepted, by the way.
Fantastic.
Chris Burnett.
Had a nice block on that long touchdown run, didn't he?
Did he ever? Aaron Murray. Gurley is the fullback, gets the toss. Now comes to his right. Look at the stiff arm.
Yeah, very subtle, too, wasn't
yes.
it? He just kind of shielded the guy. Was it Byron Moore that came up and tried to make the play? 3-on-3. Look at that, just subtle. Turns the corner. Look at the size. My goodness.
Now with 123 yards and 3 touchdowns. Good job by Tennessee to come up. Prentice Wagner was there.
Yeah, Ladero McNeil, too, number 33. He's one of those guys that Sinceri says is what we need to look like in the future. He said McNeil is going to be one of those great players for us.
37-30 Georgia, midway through quarter number 3. Gurley again. Wrapped up after a gain of a couple. Willie Bohannon, number 86, who has been a part of this Tennessee program for 4 years with the tackle.
Well, Malcolm Mitchell's been a little quiet again as the game's gone on. We thought about Hunter over there, but Mitchell's in the slot now in the game. It looks like, do they have 5 wide receivers in the game?
Yes.
They do. Mitchell's in the bottom slot position. What will Tennessee do? Will they blitz it? They blitzed it before. They got a free safety this time. They're going to play outside technique, robber in the middle. They do.
Murray drills it, got it. It's Bennett again. Bennett for the touchdown, his second of the game.
Had a robber in the middle, but he ran right past the robber. The defense is designed for the defender to push the receiver to the middle of the field, and then the linebacker in that short crossing area to make the play.
43-30 extra point coming.
I thought Brent Brewer complained about being pushed off. Let's see if he got a little shove on the play. Another one.
Wow. I think we'll invoke the mercy rule and not mention special teams coaches. Wow.
How about how quick that slot was right there? This should be the robber. He should get right in this area and read the quarterback's eyes. Here's the matchup inside. Let's see if there's any push-off to the top. Yes, just a slight push-off at the top. That's what Brewer was talking about, but no help inside by the linebacker. Murray must have done a good job of keeping his eyes away from his target until the last second.
5 games into the season, and for the 5th time, Georgia has exceeded 40 points.
AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network, now covering 3,000 more 4G cities and towns than Verizon. AT&T, rethink possible.
Tuscaloosa, Knoxville, Athens, Gainesville, Baton Rouge, and West Point. Kia Sorento, proudly built in West Point, Georgia. Because winners like to be near winners.
Welcome to Bud Light Fantasy Football.
My Bud Light threw for 4 TDs.
Draft players using codes on specially marked bottles of Bud Light.
Mine won the game with a 60-yard field goal.
Manage your team at BudLight.com/FFL. Bud Light Fantasy Football. Here we go.
That's the team. The Planters Men's Health Mix Team. They're the best of the best. Of the boldest. Of the baddest bunch of nuts around. Men's Health Recommended Mix. It's the manliest mix we've ever assembled.
Arnold Schwarzenegger tells the whole story.
9 months later, has a baby. Didn't you say, oh my God?
On the season premiere of 60 Minutes, Sunday.
Georgia leads it by 13, 43-30. 6:32 to go, third quarter. They had a lead of 27-10 at one point. Tennessee came back and Michael Bennett with 2 touchdowns today.
And he's faster. You know, he's not just a possession receiver either. He's a legitimate 4-5 guy, and he's 6'4" or something like that. Another weapon. And they've got 5 weapons at wide receiver, Georgia does.
Lindley, who kicked it out of bounds, will kick it close to out of bounds. And it's going to be taken by Patterson. Coming left. And he gets it back across the 20.
You know, Vern, sometimes it's the story, you know, a guy not picking up a fumble. But so far in the second half, Tyler Bray has missed 2 guys wide open. Okay, Justin Hunter there, and Justin Hunter again. Same play, Murray hits the guy. Now, Hunter would have done the same thing that Bennett did. You know, the quarterback has to step up. There's been about 3 or 4 throws that Tyler Bray has missed perfectly open plays by his offensive scheme.
Here's the handoff to Rajon Neal, number 20, and a fine defensive job. 5 Bulldogs around him, and a comparison of Aaron Murray and Tyler Bray. Bray on the left. 14 of 26 for 131. Had 1 drop that would have been a touchdown. Patterson in the first half had that go through his hands. Aaron Murray, you just said during the break, you think he's really
improved. And I actually had it the other way around. Remember, I said Bray had to have an A game to win. He's not there. He's about a B, okay? But Aaron Murray's had an A- game. Really 1 mistake, well, 2. So I'm going to give him a B+ game. And I said that'd be good enough for Murray.
Here's Rajon Neal breaking out to the right side. That's a gain of 25, number 20.
Rajon Neal's fastest player on Tennessee's offense, just a little bit faster than Justin Hunter. He's got all the skill, he's just not making that consistent tailback play at this conference that it really demands from that position.
Now Marlon Lane spills him, number 15. Bray looking left all the way, and he's got Zach Rogers, number 83, open. Damian Swan, number 5, with the tackle.
One of the things that Tennessee's Jim Chaney, offensive coordinator, told us is that no matter the score, we need to continue to roll the receivers. They don't have Hunter in the game. They need to rest him. It's a long game. They felt they played him too much against Florida. They were tired at the end of the game.
Well, that one got away from them in the second half, that game in Knoxville. That's the only loss for the Volunteers this year. Derek Dooley now in his 3rd season, and there's Justin Hunter.
Yeah, and when he came in, and remember what he came in with. His offensive line, when he took over this team, had a combined 3 total career starts. Going into this season, they had 106. That's growing the program.
First down and 10. Reverse.
He can throw, but
Patterson.
He's not open.
So he's going to have to keep it, and he'll do so. How about this? Patterson to the 10, in for the touchdown.
They're going to throw a late flag. They're going to throw a late flag on the cut. When he reversed his field, the Tennessee receiver hit the defender up high on the play. I don't know if it was Tyler Bray got a block downfield on the play. Yes, he got number 3, Washington, but that's not the one they called.
On the play. Touchdown.
Okay, they threw the flag, I'm telling you.
Yeah, and then picked it up.
Bray gets one block early right here on 83.
And Lane might have gotten the other one. Let's see.
Okay, now watch at the end. A nice, remember they said Patterson with the ball in his hands is electric. Let's see if we can find the block that they almost called on the play.
But first, the adventure of an extra point. Brodus gets it through.
I'm telling you, they threw the flag way late, and the referee, I think, did a good job in overruling it. Cut back.
Right.
Bray gets a block. Patterson cuts back again. And then it's one of those blocks from the blind side. Watch it coming right there.
Yes.
Boom. That's
it's
the
Martin
one they
Lane,
called.
number 15.
That's the one they called late. But head of referee said, no way, that's a touchdown. Picked it up.
When you think of Bill Haas, you think about how he won the FedEx Cup.
I thought he was done. 1 in a million shot.
It's one of those moments. I thought he didn't have a chance.
Whoa! What a shot!
A shot like that, you go down in the record books, people remember your name forever.
Patterson, number 84, tried to throw the flanker pass on the gadget play.
Yep.
Good coverage. Nobody open, so he said, I'll just tuck this and run, and he did.
Boy, it's been a game of those plays.
Pilardi will kick for the Volunteers. Malcolm Mitchell, number 26. Spilled as he gets around at the 17-yard line. Jaron Toney made the tackle. You know, I know you talked to Dooley about this getting over the hump. I bumped into athletic director Dave Hart before the game, about an hour before the game, and he said, we're so close. We really are, but we haven't been able to get beyond the hurdle.
Well, let me say it's a big hurdle in this league because after this one, they still got to play Alabama. They got a tough Mississippi State team on the road. You know, it's just a lot of tough football games.
Marshall is the running back, and this is Malcolm Mitchell, and a flag thrown at the 20-yard line.
Which could mean something, and then again, it might not.
Clipping. Offense. Number 4. Half the distance to goal. Remains first down.
Keith Marshall is the guilty party. Don't forget, later in the game, the play of the game presented by Napa Auto Parts. I can't wait to see the consensus, if there is going to be a consensus, or if it's going to be an autocratic decision by our producer, Craig Silver. I vote for that. First down. Murray steps up, drills it too high, but went up on the ladder. Antavius Wooten did, and brings it down. And a quick gain of 18.
Well, this Georgia offensive line with a 4-man rush, Tennessee, that's been one of the weaknesses for Tennessee. They have not been able to put a lot of pressure on the quarterback without blitzing. And the Georgia offensive line gave Aaron Murray a nice, easy throw, and he put it right there.
Mitchell left side, huge hole, cut back, breaks the tackle, foot race is on. It's Marshall, 72 yards.
As good as that was for Georgia, as embarrassing as it was for Tennessee. You run off tackle, they're going to go for 2 probably. You run an off tackle dive play and nobody touches the tailback.
Marshall now has runs of 75 and 72 in this ball game, and a total of 165. The two freshmen have rushed 26 times for 291 yards.
They don't have to wash Marshall's uniform. Oh, Dooley takes the timeout. They only had 9 or 10 guys on the field.
Keith Marshall's touchdown run. Sunseri is livid. Take a look at the touchdown run by the freshman.
It's just a straight handoff. No fake. Nice fit. Everybody gets blocked for Tennessee. Everybody. David Andrews gets on big A.J. Johnson, who we've been raving about. Nobody can get off a block. And then as bad as that was, when they're going for 2 here, Tennessee only has 9 men on the field. 9, that's tough to stop anybody, and this is an important 2-point play. I think right now the way Georgia's moving the ball and the way they're kicking extra points, the odds are better to go for it.
Absolutely. I didn't think there'd be any doubt here.
Yeah.
The last one was blocked.
Well, usually you don't like to go this early. You know, a 13-point lead's okay, you know, because a 12-point lead, a touchdown and 2 field goals beats you, you know. I am right here, yes, okay.
But you're assuming an extra point made.
I know, I know. Back shoulder throw.
No flag. Extra point is good. Marlon Brown, number 15, got it.
And that was a strike from the quarterback. Throwing exactly the fake handoff. David Andrews snaps it early. The offensive line didn't even know anybody moved.
No.
Perfect throw to the outside.
They go for 2 and get it. And they lead by 14.
It's the cornerstone of athletic success, passed down from generation to generation, taught by example and learned by practice. It's how we respond to challenge and opportunity, how we celebrate victory and bounce back from defeat. On every field in the SEC, we play to win, but treat each other with respect. Sportsmanship. Own it, live it, pass it on.
3:06 remaining. Hope you've been with us since we kicked off at 3:30 Eastern. You've seen some unusual things going on in this ball game. You haven't seen much defense. Georgia now 538 yards of offense.
You got 291 yards rushing. That's an unbelievable stat from 2 first-year players right out of high school.
I want to call on Tim Brando for the Geico game recap. That one comes out to the 25. Tuesday on CBS, see why Vegas is the #1 new show on television. And if you have it on your DVR, watch it soon. Vegas only. CBS.
Well, they were here before in the first half, right? Down a lot of points. Just put your head down and make first downs.
Yep. They trailed by 27-10, came back and took a 30-27 lead.
This is so much of a tip-off. I mean, I've been kind of holding this all game. I don't really like to tip off the game, but every time Tennessee's tailback lines up behind the quarterback, it's 99% run. I mean, in the shotgun, and I think Georgia knows it. When they're in shotgun and the tailback is deeper than the quarterback, Georgia is pinning their ears back for the run.
Alongside on this play.
Yep.
Play action. A lot of pressure. Bray gets rid of it. He's got it. This is Michael Rivera. Hangs on to the football down near the 15. See where they spot it.
Well, he had a great matchup. That is the toughest matchup for this Georgia football team. They're double teaming the outside guys because they're so talented. And Michael Gilliard that time, the inside linebacker, cannot handle number 81.
That's a gain of 62 yards. And the tight end made the reception and then tacked on probably 25 yards. 2:07 to go.
Got to keep scoring in this game, don't you?
Shovel pass. Lane to the 11-yard line. Garrison Smith, number 56, makes the tackle.
Bray has thrown the ball 29 times in this game. He has yet to be sacked. He's tough to sack because he does throw the ball flat-footed. He'll even throw it backing up. But the offensive line has done a good job with the pass rush.
Lobs it left side. Lane hit immediately.
Same play they scored on earlier in the game. This time it was defended. Tight end went to the corner. Remember when Neal broke out, nobody covered him. They tried it again. This time Georgia had the right defense.
Third and 5.
Well, they got the matchup to the top of the screen. Justin Hunter and Brandon Smith, excuse me.
Bray heaves it deep in the end zone.
Too far, yeah.
Yes, indeed. Patterson, the intended receiver.
Patterson in a real tight slot position. One-on-one, throws it up high, just a little too high that time.
And that brings up 4th down. And brings on Derek Broadus for the field goal try. 28 yards. Tyler Drummer is the holder. He gets it down, and it is wide left. From 28 yards away.
Now that is deflating. That has to be deflating. If you're a football name, not for Georgia, but they move the ball all the way down the field, get first inside the 20. Georgia's playing safe. They're not even rushing the kicker that time, and he pushes it to the left.
And Mark Richt reacting to the missed field goal.
Did it feel like the Tennessee kind of aimed at that time? I mean, he didn't really pound it through. He kind of tapped it like he was aiming at that time.
Well, he didn't get the greatest snap, but it was a pretty good hold and then kicked it left. Here's Gurley. Nothing. Final 40 seconds, third quarter.
And they can get it to the fourth quarter without running another play. Well, we know from the first half, we still got a lot of time, but I thought Tennessee needed to put one up there, at least a field goal, obviously.
And he missed left from 28 yards out. Earlier, Broadus had missed an extra point wide right. And the final 5 seconds of quarter number 3 disappear. That's the end of 3 here in Athens with a score 51-37 Georgia. We'll return to Sanford Stadium right after this word from your local station.
At USAA, we believe honor is not exclusive to the military, and commitment is not limited to one's military oath. The same set of values that drive our nation's military are the ones we used to build USAA Bank, with our award-winning apps that allow you to transfer funds, pay bills, or manage your finances anywhere, anytime, so that wherever your duty takes you, USAA Bank goes with you. Visit us online to learn what makes our bank so different.
Sherlock Holmes is back. Excellent. In Thursday's new hit drama.
What is wrong with you?
Can I help you? Her coma is quite real.
A New Elementary, CBS Thursday.
Catch TV's favorite newlyweds, Mike and Molly, CBS Monday. Buy now at the Freeland Chevy Superstore. Get a 2012 Chevy Impala LT as low as $15,900. That's right, we have 2012 Chevy Impala LT starting at just $15,900. Deals like this don't last long, and it's only at the Freeland Chevy Superstore. View our entire inventory online at freelandchevy.com.
Freeland is the Chevy Superstore of the South, with over 15 acres of inventory, all marked down at Superstore savings. Pay less, get more, only at the Freeland Chevy Superstore.
Every great tailgate begins at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Welcome to Tailgate U. Let me show you how to get it done. This grill is mobile enough for home and away games. Roll it, lift it, and celebrate the win.
For a guy that didn't spend much time on the bench, you sure know how to pick a comfortable chair, Emmett.
It's all about comfort and style. Rain or shine.
Get tailgating apparel and gear for an everyday low price.
Score big with Hyundai. Lead the charge with the EPA estimated 40 mpg Highway Elantra. Now for 0 down payment, 0 first month's payment, and 0 security deposit. Also on the team are the EPA estimated 35 mpg Highway Sonata and 40 mpg Highway Accent. Win the day with a Hyundai Elantra. Now for 0 down payment, 0 first month's payment, and 0 security deposit. Only during the Score Big sales event.
Only at your Mid-Tennessee Hyundai dealers.
Thank you for making News Channel 5 #1 again.
We welcome you back for the fourth quarter. Sanford Stadium on the campus of the University of Georgia, and the Bulldogs lead the Volunteers 51-37. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, Tracy Wolfson as we begin the fourth. Georgia with a second down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Aaron Murray. Gurley. And gets a couple of yards out to the left side, so that's going to lead a third down and 7. Are we seeing just terrifically explosive offenses or not so good defensive efforts?
A little of each, I guess.
Okay.
You know, I mean, Tennessee was embarrassed. Florida put up 555 yards against them in the full game. So far in this game, Georgia in 3 quarters got 538. So, you know, they've done just about everything they've wanted to do in this game. Georgia, if they want to run inside, outside, throw the ball, besides the turnovers, they've been impossible to stop. Tennessee has not found any defensive scheme or enough players to slow down Georgia.
Third down 8.
It looks short, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
He got nailed, but he was just short of a first down. They're going to have to punt.
Michael Bennett.
Well, now you see again how big that missed field goal was.
Mm-hmm.
Right, take a 14-point gain.
And the miss was from 28 yards. Second punt in the ball game.
Well, they might go for it.
Guess what?
Or get a delay a game, one of the two. Yeah. You're going to get a delay a game. They almost drew them off, too, didn't they? Tennessee flinched and almost touched them.
Delay a game. Georgia.
It's a nice
5-yard
try.
penalty.
Yes.
Fourth down.
Nice try.
Well, a 14-point deficit. And the freshman Colin Barber on to punt for the second time. Devin Young, number 19, is back at the 31-yard line.
You know who was just looking at Tyler Bray. The more you watch him, you don't get to see him all that much. Tennessee hasn't been a first pick on our games all that much. But the more I watch him, the more he begins to remind me of Ryan Mallett. Actually, might have a little better feet than Ryan Mallett does, but he's got that type of gunslinger mentality and the size, obviously.
That was a 36-yard punt. Nothing on the return. Tennessee's got the ball down by 14.
For the first time in amazing race history, you will win not just one, but $2 million.
Don't miss the season premiere CBS Sunday. Wouldn't it be cool if we took the Nissan Altima and reimagined nearly everything in it? Gave it greater horsepower and best-in-class 38 mpg highway, advanced headlights, and zero-gravity seats. Yeah, that would be cool. Introducing the completely reimagined Nissan Altima. It's our most innovative Altima ever. Nissan, innovation that excites.
So anyway, I've been to a lot of places. You know, I've helped a lot of people save a lot of money. But today, things have been a little strange.
Meep, meep.
Meep, meep. What a strange place.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
And now it's time for our Geico game recap.
Seatbelts, please. In the first part of this game, the two freshman running backs were the highlights for Georgia. Both Gurley and Mitchell. This is a 75-yard run by Keith Mitchell, one of two that he had in the game. Turnovers hampered the Georgia Bulldogs. This one picked off, intercepted. Aaron Murray later fumbled, and then Mitchell fumbled both times inside the 10-yard line. And that allowed Tennessee to finish the first half on a 20-3 run. And they actually had a lead before a 50-yard field goal. And now we go into the second half. It was tied 30-all at the break. Aaron Murray to Michael Bennett for 8 yards and a TD. Aaron Murray to Michael Bennett, 32 yards and a touchdown. Extra point, no good. And then Cordell Patterson was trying to throw the ball on the reverse. Nobody open. He took off, wound up going to his left, and got into the end zone at the end of a 46-yard touchdown to make it 43-37. But then Keith Mitchell with his second 70-yard-plus touchdown run. Keith Marshall and Mitchell both part of this offense. And then the two-pointer was good. And it's 51-37.
Well, that's not right. You didn't show all the touchdowns and points and everything.
I keep waiting for you to help.
Well, remember against Florida, Tennessee fans don't remember, but Tyler Bray had a poor fourth quarter when they fell behind Florida, 1 for 11. Starting out again, nobody open, nothing he could do. In fact, in that game, everybody kind of throws it all on Tyler Bray, but there were other guys that missed plays too. Bad blocks up front, drop balls, throwaways just like that. If you're looking at the stats versus Florida after the Trey Burton, which Derek Dooley talked to us about as the kind of the turning point in the game, obviously.
Second down and 10. Sidearms it, knocked down cleanly.
Now he had nowhere to go, did he?
Ogletree.
You know, again, Tennessee only took out 3 guys on the play. They kept their tight end, and I'm telling you, that just is being eaten up by the Georgia defense. I think you're just going to have to trust your offensive line and send at least 4 receivers out.
On 3rd and 10, watch out.
Got him. Beautiful.
Yes, he did.
Rode up into the pocket that time and finally hit Hunter.
That's a gain of 15 and a first down.
Actually had double coverage on Justin Hunter that time. Rode up into the pocket, threw it sidearm, right by big John Jenkins, number 6, and gunned it.
John Jenkins, the nose tackle, has been very close to Tyler Bray the last 3 plays. Here's the run. And it's Rajon Neal. Now let's go back to the studio for a John Hancock update. Here's Tim Brendo.
All right, Vern Gary in the brawny Big Ten, where defense is a premium. 63-yard touchdown scoring play from Braxton Miller to Devin Smith to make it 17-13. They go on to win it by 1 point. Ohio State and Northwestern, the 2 undefeateds in the Big Ten. Back to you.
Thanks, Tim. Here's Bray again. Across the middle again and incomplete again.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little more on Tyler Bray. Let's check in with Tracy Wolfson.
Well, guys, Bray told us this week he needed to work on his leadership. He said he was not vocal enough. Well, he's been extremely vocal down here so far, taking blame for throws, complimenting his O-line, and even encouraging the defense. His last words to his team, we've scored 17 points pretty quick. We can score 15. Let's do it, guys.
Well, we got plenty of time. 12:07 to go. Key play here, 3rd and 6. Georgia brings it. Oh, and Neal kept his balance long enough to get the first down.
They had the perfect call on. Georgia was running a blitz stunt game. They were trying to block the center. They actually blocked themselves. Jarvis, as he comes in there, he blocks the center. They actually block themselves. He trips over his own man, number 74, Antonio Richardson. Otherwise, he's out another 15 yards.
On first down, here comes the rush. Bray, boy, he's hit as he lets it go.
And to get rid of it, he hung as long as he could on the play.
That was Herrera who got starts because of the absence of Ogletree in the first 4 games. Second down 10. Yet to be sacked.
It's hard to sack him. He just is quick with the release, and he can throw back and up. It's his strength and his Achilles heel at the same time.
Flag is thrown, and Lane goes over the left side for a modest gain. It would appear this is against Georgia.
Offside. Defense. Number 9. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
You know, with that call on second down right there, I think Dooley and Chaney have decided they're in 4-down territory. Because they ran that ball 2nd and 10. I think they had already decided in their mind Chaney was going to think 4 downs to make a first down.
After the penalty, 2nd down and 5. Nice run. That's Lane again, number 15. And that last surge might have given them the first down.
You can see the lesson that Tennessee learned against Florida. Don't abandon the run.
Yeah, Derek Dooley telling us it almost appeared that they tried to make everything up in one play.
Yep.
And it cost them.
And if you're Tennessee right now, you're like a basketball team, okay? Just give me one shot to win the game. You know, they want the ball with a chance 8 points or less. So if they could hold on here, get a touchdown, and get the ball back with an opportunity to win it, I think Derek would go for 2.
First down 10. Volunteers. 3 runs, 5 passes so far on this drive.
Hard to stop a team when they know on first down they have 4 downs to pick up a first down.
Takes the pass, hands it off to Lane, bounces it to the outside, and gets inside the 20-yard line.
That Tennessee offensive line just got a body on a body. Good job that by Antonio Richardson. Drove his guy all the way down. I think Zach Fulton, number 72, did a good job. And Lane, as Vern mentioned, did a great job.
Here's Lane again on 2nd and 5. He's going to be a couple of yards short as Jarvis Jones made the tackle. We have not called Jarvis Jones' name much today.
Talking to the Tennessee staff, they felt very confident that the two tackles, Richardson and James, would be able to handle the outside rush. They were more concerned with the inside rush by Jenkins and Geathers.
3rd and 3 with 10 to go. And a 14-point margin.
They're going to run it again, aren't they? Yes, they are. You can tell with the deep tailback.
Close. Looks like the spot's going to be just short.
Tackled short of the first down. The line of scrimmage is actually the 7.
Oh, no. A little better spot than I thought they were going to get.
See, here's the key right here that my film work, I didn't watch, but if he's about 1.5 yards behind and he's over the guard, it's 99% run. And the only time they don't really run it is they play action pass it, but that has only happened a couple times. First down. So right now, if I'm Derek Dooley, I'm going over to my defense and say, we're going to score. We need one stop. If you give us the ball back with a chance to win this game, we'll win this game. And if you're Georgia, you're looking over to Aaron Murray and saying, if they get it in here, we need some first downs. We can't allow our defense to go back on the field. Very, very interesting finish of this football game.
12th play of the drive. High formation now. And they come right up the middle. Rajon Neal spins for an extra yard, and that gets him to the 9.
Now let's remember here, Tennessee the last 2 years has had negative yards rushing against Georgia. In this football game, Tennessee has run the ball for 174 yards.
2nd down 5.
It just keeps ticking away, and they keep moving the ball down the field and run it into the end zone.
Neal for the TD.
I don't think Georgia believed that Tennessee could run the ball inside on them, and you've got to salute the play calling and that offensive line for Tennessee. 106 starts, and they've used it, that experience. Good block on the nose that time. Zach Fulton, number 72. Fold down all the way, Jawan James. Remember, these guys played as freshmen, and it's paying off a couple of years later.
Well, they've gone to another place kicker. This is Michael Pilardi after Broadus missed one and missed a 28-yard field goal, and Pilardi nails it, and it's 51-44. Rajon Neal up the middle again, and the Volunteers are within 7. You think he's happy?
I'm launching a hotspot. You ready?
Share everything by turning your smartphone into a mobile hotspot for up to 8 Wi-Fi enabled devices at no extra charge, like the new Droid Razr M by Motorola, only $99.99.
The power to become a better investor has gone mobile. With features like scanning a barcode to get detailed stock quotes to voice recognition, E-Trade leads the way in wherever, whenever investing. Download the ultimate in mobile investing apps free at E-Trade.
The ones who inspire us. The ones who make us laugh. The ones with the strong shoulder to lean on. The ones we're named after. And the ones named after us. It takes all kinds of good to make a family. At New York Life, everything we do is to help you keep good going.
The The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. John Hancock. Warner Brothers Pictures Argo. And by Bud Light. We are back at Sanford Stadium, 51-44 Georgia. And had either team been proficient in the kicking game, imagine what the score would be. Here is a missed extra point for the Bulldogs. Well, let's even things up. Missed extra point for Tennessee. That one went wide right. Now, a blocked punt. D's got it for the Bulldogs. Let's go to the other end. Another block. That was the big nose guard who got up. And then from 28 yards out, a missed field goal. Brodus. And Brodus was put down on the bench after the last missed field goal. That's not the look of a man who's enjoyed the afternoon.
I think the last missed field goal was the biggest of all of them, though, because now that means Georgia with a field goal here kind of puts it out of reach.
Here's the kick. Gurley 9 yards back. It'll come out to the 25. And a reminder to stay tuned for the Jeep postgame show on CBS Sports. That's after this one is in the history books.
Well, Tennessee has not been able to slow down Georgia without help from turnovers. Can they stop the run? They were able to stop it coming out of their own zone. But in the middle of the field, they haven't even gotten close to doing it.
The other night in the win against Vanderbilt, Aaron Murray hit his first 12 passes in succession. He's now hit his last 12 passes in succession. Murray is 18 of 21 for 265 and 2 touchdowns. The only blemish on his day, well, 2 blemishes. An interception and a fumble. And here's Michael Bennett, who's had a big part of getting these 51 points for the Bulldogs. Well, we still have 8:48 to go. SEC on CBS, 51-44. It was 30 all at the half after Georgia squandered a 27-10 lead. But they got out of the gates early in the third quarter, and they've held off Tennessee. But the Volunteers, to their credit, have climbed back into it. Now they need a big stop. Murray's hit 13 in a row. The handoff goes to Keith Marshall, number 4.
Here we go. That's the stop now that Tennessee says, all right, now we need to see if Georgia can pick up this first down. This is the pressure first down of the game for Georgia. They know their defense is having a tough time matching up with Tyler Bray. Now it's Aaron Murray time. He's got a lot of experience, and his coaching staff trusts him.
8 to go. Second down, 11.
Can they get any pressure? Remember, only Lathers was the only pressure all day that has happened in the football game.
Oh, dear. Now, third down, 11.
Have a little miscommunication. He thought Bennett was going to keep going out. Bennett hooked up that time.
Now, Marshall on the previous running play. Take a look at this. Number 4.
Got hit.
6 of 8 on third down conversions. 3rd and 11. See what Tennessee has in mind defensively.
They're coming. No,
they dropped back.
Yes.
Murray down the middle, incomplete.
Great defensive call by Tennessee. Actually tricked Murray that time. It's the first time in the game I think they got him. Looks like 2 guys are going to play the weak side. Watch at the snap. They both go to the strong side. Watch this. They both come the other way, and Murray should have gone to the short side of the field on the play.
And so on 4th down with 7:39 to go, Barber to punt for the 3rd time in the ball game, and Devin Young is back at the 20, actually the 19-yard line, awaiting the punt. Fair catch. Comes up, grabs it at the 27-yard line, 28-yard line.
You got to figure if you could shot Tyler Bray right now, he goes, I can't believe how good I got it. As bad as it's been today, If we can't stop them, I got a chance to win the game.
You want to open them?
Let me guess. The money went up.
And then down.
Then up. And went down again.
Probably.
Are we crazy to keep putting money in?
We could always
Stick it under the mattress.
Stick it under the mattress.
Good plan. We'll go far with that.
Wouldn't it be cool if we took the Nissan Altima and reimagined nearly everything in it? Gave it greater horsepower than best-in-class 38 mpg highway, advanced headlights, and zero-gravity seats. Yeah, that would be cool. Introducing the completely reimagined Nissan Altima. It's our most innovative Altima ever. Nissan, innovation that excites.
What do we do when something that's hard to paint really wants to be painted? We break out new Behr Ultra with Stain Blocker from the Home Depot. The best-selling paint and primer in one that now eliminates stains. So it paints over stained surfaces, scuffed surfaces, just about any surface. What do you say we go where no paint has gone before and end up someplace beautiful? More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Behr Ultra, now with advanced stain blocking, only at the Home Depot and only $31.98 a gallon.
Kidnapping. Let's go. One man is holding all the cards.
I've always got an ace up my sleeve.
A new Hawaii Five-0, CBS Monday.
Very few have left Sanford Stadium. This one has become more of a nail-biter than I think any of us thought possible when it was 27-10 Georgia. And to their everlasting credit, these tenacious Tennessee Volunteers have a chance to tie or go for two and get the win. They've got the ball with 7:31 to go. They have 2 timeouts remaining, and they've got Tyler Bray at quarterback.
Remember, the last drive for a touchdown was 60 yards in 6 minutes. That's the formula. They're going to run it. Tailback was deep.
That's Rajon Neal who got the last touchdown. Neal now with his 21st carry for 93 yards.
Yeah, last time it was 13 plays in 6 minutes. That's the formula Tennessee would love. Georgia's got to stop the inside run. I think they're being shocked that Tennessee is able to run the ball inside against them.
2nd down 8. Play clock at 8. Option, pitch, Neal. And Herrera was knocked out of the play. Good block on the edge.
This was a fade option. Tyler Bray was going to go out there and pitch it no matter what.
Michael Rivera was on the edge and got one of the big blocks on Herrera. 194 yards on the ground. Neal with 22 for 102 and a 1st down and 10 with 6:35 to go. Oh. That'll be 5 against the Volunteers.
False start. Offense. Number 72, 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
I asked Derek if his team might play a little looser away from home. There's a lot of pressure playing at home in Neyland Stadium. You know, a lot of great things that happen there. Their fans are, want to see great things from their team. He said, I don't think so, but it seems to me they're pretty calm out here watching this game.
1st down 15, little screen left side. Rajon Neal.
Great call.
Down the sidelines on 1st and 15.
You got to say both offensive coordinators are having a good game calling plays. This time, inside rush by Cornelius Washington. It was a screen pass. They led him and invited him inside. Another 1st down.
Saw big number 74, Antonio Richardson, out there from the 50. On 1st down, Bray pumps, goes left side. Intercepted. Picked off by Sanders Cummings.
He wanted to go back shoulder. He did not throw it very well. I don't argue with the decision, it was the execution. Damian Swan, number 5, is coming from a blitz from this side. Bray knows it. He knows he's got bump and run. He's trying to go back shoulder. Gets rid of it, does not throw it well.
Intended for Patterson. Cummings there for the pick.
Yeah, see, the ball was inside. It needed to be outside. Cummings was trying to see. Fell away. Bray could feel the rush. Fell away from the throw and did not throw accurately.
Cummings is a senior. Big play in this ball game.
When the embassy was taken over, 6 people escaped.
It's going to take a miracle to get them out. You have a plan?
When you pretend to be a movie crew. We did suicide missions, better odds than this.
We're responsible for these people. I'm taking them through.
We have entered Iranian airspace.
You're asking us to trust you with our lives. This is what I do, and I've never left anyone behind.
Argo, rated R. Starts October 12th.
Endless Shrimp is our most popular promotion at Red Lobster. There's so many choices. The guests love it.
Don't miss Endless Shrimp. Try as much as you like, any way you like new teriyaki grilled shrimp for just $14.99.
My name is Angela Trapp, and I see food differently.
Hey.
Hey, Eddie. I brought you stuff.
You don't have to do
Yes,
this.
I do.
I want you to keep this.
It'd be weird. Take care.
You too.
So how did it go?
He's upset.
Spend less time at gas stations with best-in-class fuel economy. It's our most innovative Ultimate ever.
Very superstitious. Writings on the wall.
Bud Light, for the fans who do whatever it takes. Here we go.
Her father murdered. 10 years, no arrest. Then 48 hours named the prime suspect.
She is my mom, and she's my dad's killer.
Tonight.
On your left, Tyler Bray. On your right, Sanders Cummings. Let's go back and look at the play.
Again, I don't argue with the decision. It was a poor throw, but watch the coach right behind the play right here. Watch. He's going, help, help, help. He reacts to the inside throw. It should have been outside. And he looks right at his quarterback, Tyler. That's life as a quarterback, by the way. You're making all those hairline throws. When you throw one a yard inside, everybody remembers it. Still time, though. 3 and out, 2 timeouts. Georgia still needs a first down to put this game away. I think maybe 2. The booth is telling me 2. I think they may be right.
This is Gurley going left and then cutting it upfield. McCullers, the monstrous nose tackle. And I see big. He's 377.
Yeah, decision by Derek Dooley here. He knows he's only got 2 timeouts. He doesn't want to use them before a first down, obviously. So if they get a 3rd and long, I think he uses one. If he gets 3rd and short, he may just wait for the next opportunity.
2nd down 8. Gurley tries to get to the outside, does. And he's dragged down at the 40. Well, we've got a second. Let's quickly go back to Tim Brando in New York.
All right, Vern, Gary, this is potentially a big one for the Big East against Virginia Tech today. Watch Munchie Legault of Cincinnati with 13 seconds left to Damon Julian. And it's now a 27-24 Bearcat lead with 4 ticks left. That's huge for the Big East Conference potentially.
3rd down and 6 here. 51-44, 4:35 to go in the ball game.
3rd and 1. Derek is saving his timeouts. 3rd and 6. I'm sorry, what I meant.
Blitz from the corner. Murray read it right through the hands of Rantavius Wooten.
He looked off the pass rusher. He was going to try to go outside. He held it as long as he could and threw a strike. Watch the rush coming from the outside. He's going to look right into it, then switch at the last second and throws a perfect strike. And the clock stops, and now it's 4 down the rest of the way.
So the freshman Colin Barber is on to punt. Fair catch. Called for and taken at the 25-yard line. 34-yard punt, nothing on the return. 51-44 with 4:06 to go. And the Volunteers have yet another opportunity.
Todd Grantham right now is really got to be puckering on the sideline. Defensive coordinator for Georgia, he knows it's a 4-down, first-down game the rest of the way, and he's got a slinger back there.
From the 26, incomplete coverage from Ogletree on the tight end. Rivera, 2nd down and 10.
Vern, last year Ogletree got hurt in the opener against Boise State. Was that it last year?
Yes.
And when he came back, I thought that made Georgia a legit defense. You can see the way he runs right now. He is a tremendous space player, sideline to sideline speed. He's got the 4-4 type linebacker speed. He can cover all the backs.
2nd down and 10. Right side, Rivera.
Well, first down.
Yes, they get him, give him the yardage out to the 37-yard line.
About as easy as you can get. Nice job by the offensive line again. Remember, in this football game, this Georgia team has been able to haunt everyone with the pass rush, but not Tennessee.
Low snap. They do get it to Neal.
Yep, tailback deep. They're going to run it. Now, I held on to that for a half. I gave him a break, okay?
Yeah.
But right now, it doesn't look like Georgia's reacted to it.
3.5 to go. Again, the Volunteers have 2 timeouts remaining. 3:23 to go in the ball game.
And I don't know if you can overstate how big a game this is for Tennessee and Derek Dooley.
Bray pressured down the middle.
Oh,
he had a shot at it.
Another one.
Neal with the drop. 3rd and 8.
This time, because Bray works the pocket, waits till the last second, and Rajon Neal coughs it up.
Third and 8.
Remember, it's 4 downs.
Left side, sliding catch. Yes. Patterson with the grab.
Cordero that time did a nice job of knowing he was close to the sideline and making sure he got his body on the ground. They're going to review that, aren't they?
Apparently not.
Snap it. If they snap it, it's over.
Again, a little bit of a low snap. Bray steps up. He's got Zach Rogers. That's a high tackle. Cummings. And the clock now with 2:37 to go.
Still plenty of time. Coming across. Looked like a face mask, but actually underneath the face mask that time by Cummings. Still plenty of time. If they score, they're now into the point of the game. Do they want to go for 2?
2nd down. 8. Rush from the outside. Bray finds a receiver. It's Patterson. He's roaming free at the 30. Out of bounds with another first down in front of Bakari Rambo.
And everybody talks about Tyler Bray and how he gets himself in trouble by backing up and throwing the ball. But watch what he does here. He buys time for Patterson Patterson to come across the formation. That's a wonderful job. Bray knew he had Patterson the whole way. He just had to have enough time to let him cross.
Todd Grantham, defensive coordinator for the Bulldogs. First down 10 with under 2 to go, the clock running. Tennessee still has 2 timeouts. Draw play. And a flag.
That should be offsides Georgia, don't you think?
Yes, it sure could. No. Procedure call. What do we got? Procedure. False start.
Offense. Number 74. 5-yard penalty. First down.
What?
Oof. Just a little movement. Left hip.
Yeah, I didn't know if he reacted to the inside movement or not.
Mark Richt urging the crowd to get involved. First down and 15 with 95 seconds remaining.
Big cushion down here. Big cushion.
Blitz. Bray steps up. Got him. Fumble. Ball's out.
Another turnover.
Georgia's got it. John Jenkins, the nose tackle.
Georgia brought the pressure finally in the game. Bray gets away from it and then is loose with the football. I think it was Jenkins, wasn't it? Jordan Jenkins, number 59, who got his hand on the football. Pretty well blocked. Goes up in the pocket and coughs it up.
Well, it's Jenkins and Jenkins.
Yep. Georgia survives. And you know what we always say about college football? You always got to survive one of these, okay? And is this the game that Georgia survived?
John Jenkins. 1:22 to go. Gurley comes left.
2 timeouts they have left. I guess they could get the football back with about 25 seconds to go. Of course, we've seen teams, as he goes to his offensive line, cough the ball up late, too.
Time called by Tennessee, 1 remaining. 51-44.
Now that's a football game. This is what people love about college football.
Well, a doubleheader for you next week on CBS. We'll begin at 11:30 Eastern time in the morning, Navy at Air Force. And then our crew will be down in Gainesville, 3:30 LSU at Florida. And, of course, in between, we'll have Tim and Spencer and their show back from New York. Well, last 2 possessions, Tyler Bray, first of all, an interception, and then most recently, the fumble. 2nd down, 11. But Bray's had a valiant game.
He has. And the offensive line for Tennessee, a valiant game. They ran the ball just enough. Defense hasn't been great. Georgia showed a few holes in their game, but also showed some potential in their game also.
Whoops, there's the tackle, and the final timeout will be taken now by Tennessee. And while we take a little bit of a break here during the timeout, take a look at the players of the game presented by Russell Athletic. Just add an S on there, will you? Todd Gurley, Keith Marshall. Look at between them, 129 yards on the left, 164 on the right. That's the 2nd time this season the 2 freshman running backs have been in excess of 100 yards in the same game.
So Gershel ran the ball 33 times.
I'm glad to know his name. I had Malcolm Mitchell on mine for much of the afternoon, obviously. Well, remember that This Georgia team in 2010, a sub-500 record for the only time in Mark Richt's career here. Last year, they lost their 2 first games of the year and then unraveled 10 straight to get into the SEC championship game. If they hold on and win here, it's going to be 15 consecutive regular season victories. But boy, they had a battle tonight.
So it's 3rd down, and if they hold out of the ball and have the punt, they're going to, there's what, 73 seconds left in the game.
Right.
There's a 40-second clock, so they're going to get it about 25. But remember, Tennessee burned their other timeout on the 2-point play. Remember when they had 9 men on the field?
Yep.
That would be a big one right now.
Toss, Gurley.
Just don't go out of bounds.
See, he did stay in bounds.
And he ran wide to take some time off the clock, too. How about the trust in Gurley right here?
And now the clock is stopped.
They'll get a full 40-second clock, though.
Now the clock restarted.
Okay.
Yep. On 4th and 11.
About 20 seconds left. They'll get it, unless they block the punt, I guess.
And there has been a blocked punt in this game.
There's been about everything in this game.
About 23 seconds, it would appear. Now let's see if Georgia elects to take a delay of game call.
Or a timeout.
Or a timeout, right. Timeout. Well, the last possession, this was the result for Tennessee. Jordan Jenkins forced the fumble. John Jenkins recovered it. Bulldog bench. Tyler Bray.
Remember, there's a freshman punter in the game, too. Now the snap and the catch. Snap, catch, kick.
Ty Fricks is the snapper. He's a senior. Graduate student, actually. Senior athletically. Got his degree in microbiological engineering. He's not exactly an uneducated young man. Good snap. Oh, nah.
Doesn't matter. You get it over the line of scrimmage plus roughing the punter, it's over.
Yeah.
If it could be just a 5-yard penalty. Oh, he acted that one. Barely touched him.
He's only a freshman, but he knows how to do a Luganis.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, took a dive.
That's another one that I think that should be a judgment call. And I think Mark won't punt this again. Will he? You think he'll punt it again? I wouldn't. I'd give him the ball right where it was. I wouldn't want to re-punt it. You gain 5 seconds, but a risque bad snap or a block punt.
Running into the kicker. Against the defense, 5-yard penalty will be tacked on at the end of the kick. First down.
So remember, Mark could have replayed the punt again.
Yep.
I think.
Well, the intrigue is not complete.
First and 10, Tennessee.
Yeah, we've seen some nutty endings. And as things now stand with 15 seconds to go, first down 10 at the 35.
They got to get the ball into position for one throw in the end zone, which means they got to get the ball near the 50-yard line and get out of bounds or spike it.
That penalty cannot be tacked on. It is declined by Georgia. First down.
Glad we got the explanation.
Sure.
Yeah.
First and 10, Tennessee at the Volunteer 35.
And so first down 10, Volunteers trailing by 7 out of timeouts. Bray, Washington put a hand on him. Bray gets rid of it. Tipped. Is it intercepted? Yep. If it is, it's Cummings. That's his second.
Well, 3 straight turnovers by Bray to end the game is going to look bad, but I don't think it was as bad as his stats look. He had to dodge the rush this time. You got to get rid of it. You know, at the end of the game, you throw it. One of those tip balls that go up. Might have gone. Did it hit the ground?
I thought it did. Let's see if this is reviewed. Ruled an interception. And apparently not reviewed. Well, every play, as we know, the mantra, every play in college football is renewed.
Well, terrific football game. Tennessee can be proud of themselves. Georgia survives. They got a good football team. But next week, they got a tough one.
Yeah.
Next week, they got a toughie.
While carefully on their way home, the Bulldogs travel to Columbia, South Carolina next Saturday night.
Now it's time for the play of the game presented by Napa Auto Parts. This is the fumble, the second of the late turnovers. Scott Howard of the Georgia Radio Network with the call.
Late in the fourth quarter. Dogs show blitz. Here's Bray in the pocket, steps up. We're trying to get it. He lost the ball. He lost the ball trying to step up in the pocket. Did we get it? Did we get it? We think we do. Yes, we got the ball.
Let's go down to Tracy, who's with Mark Richt and Todd Gurley.
Missed it. That's right. And, Coach, this was your first big test, and what a test it was. What did you learn about your team tonight?
Well, I don't know if this is our first big test. I thought Missouri was a pretty good test out there at their place. But you know what? We did what we had to do to win. I'm proud of everybody. And one more victory, and we're still, you know, racing to Atlanta. So that's all I care about right now. Thank you.
You're welcome. And, Todd, the two freshmen, you and Marshall, and what you guys do coming in. Is this why you made that pact to come and play here for Georgia together?
Oh, yeah. Yes, ma'am. We just came in here, and we know we was capable of. And, you know, today we had a good game. I want to give credit to my linemen and my fullback and the receivers blocking for me. It wouldn't have been possible without them.
Well, congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
Vern?
All right, Tracy, thank you. 51-44. Wow. So for Gary Danielson and Tracy Wolfson, Vern Lundquist saying so long from Athens. Final score, 51-44. Georgia Bulldogs remain undefeated. Tennessee falls to 3-2. The Chief postgame show is up next after these messages and a word from your local stations.